Vaping damages the lungs and heart faster than cigarettes, according to some new study from Canada involving 20 whole people. Obviously, that's hogwash. Obviously, that's not true, but that doesn't stop all of the mainstream media in Canada from continuing to run with that particular very false, very inflated headline. The media, I think, is our biggest enemy as far as truth and honesty about science and tobacco harm reduction. It's out of control. Don't worry, we talk about it all in the news and advocacy. I get a little bit ranty, I get a little soapboxy, but listen, these are all important things that need to be discussed. Otherwise, spectacular vlog. Interesting liquid tasting, really good mail. And just so everybody's aware, next week on the vlog is going to be a UK time zone vlog. It's going to be, what's the date? Next Thursday, not June 18th. Of course. Where's a calendar? Where's a calendar when I need it? 18th, the 25th, June 25th, Thursday, June 25th, 8:30 a.m. California time for the vlog, so that people in Europe and the UK can jump on and stream with us. And I think that's what we're doing. Next week, UK time zone vlog. Tell your friends. Sorry, this intro was a little bit long. The 5-minute hold screen is just the shore of Lake Tahoe from my recent trip. But welcome, replay crew. I love you guys. I hope you enjoy the vlog. Here we go. It's already started. This might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah. Damn.
Oh,
hey.
Clucking the chowds.
Clucking the chowds. Clucking the chowds. Clucking the chowds. Pow! What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Today is Mother Truckin' Thursday, which means K-Stereo gets it. That's right. It's Happy Mother Truckin' Vlog Day. Appreciate you guys. Happy Thursday. You found it. You're in the right spot, Dion. Appreciate you. AO Picks here. JP Dooms is here. Breeze Tones is here. Aussie 58 is here. What up, Birdman? What up? Someone might be named Trevor. I've heard a rumor. What up, Rawhit? What up, Frankopath? What up, Willie Brown? What up, Dickie Mo? Mother Truckin' Enoch is here. Mother Truckin' Tokugawa. Daniel B's here. Arnie is here. Hell yeah, 404. Let's go, 404. You're off that replay crew tonight. You're here live, 404. It's happening live. Dee Dee, happy MTVD to you as well. Yes, all you wonderful nerds. Bunch of nerds. I heard that about you. What up, Brian's Tech? What up, Steve-O? What up, Hippo? What up, T-Bolt? Fresh cotton for MTVD. Let's go. That's everything. That's the life. Freshly rewicked RDA, fresh cotton for MTVD. I love it. I wish I had fresh cotton. Well, I'll get to fresh cotton later, but I don't have any fresh cotton right now, Rice. I wish I did, but I don't. And okay, and Ern's here. Woo! Okay, now it's a vlog. Now it's a vlog. Now we're going to get going. Let me give you a real quick rundown as far as what's going on, what we're going to do in this stream here tonight. Fairly, it's a vlog, right? We've done vlogs. I've done a lot of vlogs, and tonight is also going to be a vlog. We're going to have not a beer tonight. We're having the very last whiskey tonight. The very last whiskey that I believe came from the Andrew Ehring. We're having the last whiskey tonight. I got some opening announcements. We're going to talk about some things I've been vaping, some things you've been vaping, some Assignment Planet Globe, some Cracklegasms in there as well. We're going to talk about the coolest thing I saw this week. We do have some news. There is I'm going to use the most loose air quotes that I possibly can right now. There's a study out of Canada going around that's claiming wild things that vapors get lung damage faster than smokers. Faster than smokers, yeah. Don't worry, it's a junk-ass study. The media is our enemy, and we're going to talk about all of it. I'm going to do a retro vaping. We got a little bit of mail to open. We're going to do a liquid tasting, and tonight is the triumphant return of Getting to Know GrimmGreen. Although I have not picked out any Getting to Know GrimmGreen. Just that I just wrote it down that we were going to do it. I have nothing picked out for Getting to Know GrimmGreen. So that should be interesting. That'll be a fun little jaunt, when we get there. Let's see, opening announcements. What am I going to say? Due process. I feel like this is a really critically important thing in our life and in society. Due process. There's not much that matters to me more. Maybe privacy, maybe bodily autonomy, but due process is at the very top of the list. I have no real opening announcements. Sleep token? Damn. Yeah. Still bad. I know. Still bad somehow. Still bad. I figured by now they'd be watching the vlog and they'd be like, well, we need to be a better band for GrimmGreen. That hasn't happened yet, Sleep token. Maybe get on that. Next week, this is the important announcement. Everybody, next week is a morning vlog for the US, UK vlog time. I haven't done a UK specific vlog in a while, but the UK has the tobacco and vapes bill coming up, and I'd really like to discuss the tobacco and vapes bill maybe with people in the UK who can watch live. So tell all your UK friends. I'll tell everybody in the UK that I possibly can. It's like we got to tell Jaff, and he can tell some people. I'll tell Sam, and he can tell some people. We'll tell maybe Todd, and he can tell some people. We're doing a UK time slot next week. UK time slot next week. I think it's going to be 8:30 a.m. my time, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be 8:30 a.m. my time next week. I'll remind you guys throughout the week. I'll remind you guys throughout the week. But next week, well, listen, I'd love to get Bogan on the vlog, but he's a busy guy. He's a busy guy. And I don't know that 1 week notice. I literally just decided this morning. You're in the UK, but you don't really associate with these people. Well, tell the people that you do associate with, which I'm assuming, is only the cool people. Tell all the cool people that you associate with, phrasing, that next week, I want to do a UK time slot vlog. Yeah, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 a.m. West Coast. I just haven't done one in a really long time. And they always have a little bit lower of an attendance just because of the time slot. But I would really like to try to get the UK people on live so we can talk about the UK tobacco and vapes bill. You tell me, phrasing, what would be the best time? You're my UK delegation. Let's discuss this. What would be the best time for a UK vlog? I was thinking 8:30 a.m. my time, which is 9 hours behind you, right? So that would be 5:30-ish your time, my time, your time. We'll figure this out. But next week, don't forget, UK time slot vlog. The UK people will be able to just watch it in the early afternoon like everybody in the US gets to do week after week, because we've got some UK specific things. And I would like to do, I just haven't done it in so long that I wanted to do a UK vlog. I just want to, and you can't stop me. It's going to happen. And I guess the last question I have to ask the chat, just something to think about tonight and forever, hopefully for the foreseeable future. Why is loitering a crime? Why? Why is loitering a crime? Why is standing a crime? When did this happen? Jay and Silent Bob would have been arrested for loitering outside the Quick Stop. Why is that a crime? Why is it illegal? That's weird. Isn't that weird? I think that's weird. I think it's wildly weird. Why is loitering a crime? It'd be a good thing to look into and Google. Like, why is that? Loitering is fun. Loitering's chill. Loitering is literally just standing around somewhere, and that's it. If you're standing in front of a business, they'll say you need to move along. You can't just stand here. Unless you have business here, you can't. What do you think you can just stand? No, that's illegal. Sorry. Loitering, illegal now. Why is that though? Why is that? Loitering is better than littering? Well, people still don't get arrested for it, but it's still wildly illegal. Like, people will call the cops on you. Cops will show up and ask you to leave, ask you to move along. So you can't just stand. What are you, crazy? You can't just stand. You think you live in this city and you can just stand somewhere? No. Loitering. It is weird. Why is that? I'm not going to talk about it tonight, but I think it's interesting. Why is loitering a crime? I'm of the mindset, I suppose, that for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim. If there's no victim, then I don't think that a crime has been committed. It might be illegal to smoke weed, and if you smoke weed and break the law, there's no victim. So I don't think that should be a crime. Is that a weird thing to say? Maybe that's a weird thing to say. But I feel like if there is no victim, has a crime taken place? Anyway, here's my driver. Let's move on. We did some opening announcements. We did some loitering. We might just loiter all night. I can loiter. I can loiter in my own office. I don't give a fuck. Call the cops. I'll loiter. I'll loiter everywhere. I'll go outside and loiter. You can't stop me. I'm going to loiter all over the place. Loiter in front of your bank. What are you doing out here? Loitering? You think you can stand in front of this bank? It's illegal. It's just so weird. Like I said, I do not have a beer tonight, but I do have a whiskey, and I do have a wildly sugary soda that's been sitting in my fridge for a few weeks. So I think I'd like to drink this weird, wildly sweet purple soda. That's right, JJ. That's right. You got to put the hard H at the beginning of that. Whiskey. Whiskey, Spock. Tennessee whiskey. Care for a snort? It's just from a Star Trek movie. Long story behind this little tiny cup. I got this at a distillery festival in San Diego that I went to, and you paid an entrance fee type of thing, and then they give you this little cup, and you can go to all the different little whiskey distillers and pavilions, and you go, oh, fill me up, and then they give you like this little smeller of it, and you can and then you go to all the little booths, get your whiskey. It was a good day. Is there a proper way to pour whiskey? Is there? Whiskey? Bourbon? Maybe aerate it a little bit? I'm not sure. This is the last one. We've gone through, I think there was 12 of these. Over one ice cube. Yeah, I had my buddy Scott used to love whiskey over one singular ice cube. It was like his favorite thing. Crown. He put Crown on one ice cube and was like, this is peak liquor everything. I don't know anything about this, so I'm just going to dive in, give it a little bit of a chew, and then we're going to read the note as to what it actually is. Let's go in blind. Cheers! Remember, we have to chew it, right? We have to chew it. We don't know yet, Willie Brown. We don't know yet. We're about to find out. Whiskey. There's better ones than rocks, though, recently. I saw a different one that isn't quite whiskey rocks, but it's like they hold temperature longer. It was like stainless steel balls or something, like these big stainless steel ball bearings. You put them in the freezer and they stay cold for a really long time, like longer than the little rocks do. Anyway, cheers. Here you go. I hope you got something delicious next to you tonight. It can even be a Dirty Mountain Dew. God, I hope someone has a Dirty Mountain Dew. Someone better be drinking a Dirty Mountain Dew tonight. Yowza. Woo! Hi. Hello. Ha. Gojira. Woo! I used to be so much more, and maybe it's good that I'm not a whiskey bourbon guy anymore, but I used to be whiskey bourbon guy for days. Straight up, neat, no nothing. There was one, the New Year's Eve that I broke my ankle in the lobby of my apartment was because of whiskey. That whole night, we had gotten some new bottle of whiskey, and I just kept pouring myself glass after glass of this. I was just going to the moon. So much whiskey. I go downstairs to take the dogs out to pee. It's raining. I come back in. The stairs are tile. I go, whoop, crack, just annihilated my ankle. Felt the loudest pop I've ever felt ever in my life. Every stupid thing I do, the whiskey monster tells me to. You got a Dr. Pepper tonight? Let's go. Let's go. I used to be such a bourbon guy that I could just bourbon, drink it, could pick out little like, oh, this one has a mapley sort of. I'm so out of practice. I haven't consumed bourbon in so long. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. This is Bardstown Original White Label. Bardstown Original Light White Label. No, Bardstown Origins. Bardstown Bourbon White Label. The White Label. We could go to there it is, the White Label. An exquisite high rye bourbon of extraordinary flavor. Our original bourbon whiskey is a 36% rye, high rye mash bill, which showcases the best classic bourbon with a burst of rye spice, perfect as a unique pour or the foundation of a premium craft cocktail. So they're encouraging you to mix this with stuff. They're basically saying, yeah, it's a good bourbon. You'll probably really like it, but maybe mix it with something. Maybe mix it with something a little bit. This has become my favorite bourbon in the under $75 and 100 proof range by far. It kills it for my palate. It's only about $45 a bottle, but isn't fully available everywhere yet. Should be maybe in the next few years. Bardstown Bourbon Company is a newer distillery doing some incredible things, and I highly recommend visiting them if you're ever in Kentucky. It was an amazing experience, and the people there are incredible. I would love to go to Kentucky and go to some bourbon distilleries. Dude, shut up. That would be so badass. Just as like a California boy, I want to go to Kentucky. I want to see the bourbon distilleries, I want to hang out and just drink bourbon on a porch in Kentucky. Doesn't that sound amazing? I went as a fan of the bourbon and left as a cheerleader of the brand. I was also able to obtain a single barrel strength store, and this is, one of my favorite bottles I've ever opened. Bardstown Original White Label. Yeah, dude, barbecue, yeah. The barbecue in Kentucky is probably awesome. Although I've had Texas barbecue, so I feel like that's, it's Texas barbecue. There's not much you're gonna find better than some Texas barbecue. But this Bard's House White Label, look, it's tasty. It's very hot. It is a very hot bourbony flavor. There is some, I want to say maple, but I'm not. So it's more like sweet tree bark. Michelob Amberbach. That's a quality beer. That's a quality beer. Smooth, yeah. It's very good. I mean, it's very good. It's very astringent, and it does have a little bit of like a sweet tree bark sort of component to it. Obviously, it tastes like bourbon. Obviously, it tastes like whiskey. Oh, dude, Miller High Life. Listen, Miller High Life used to be my life. I used to live and die for Miller High Life. It was just so good, so easy to drink. That, and it was cheap. And I've told this story way too many times, but once upon a time when I was in a rock and roll band, back in the day, when I was much younger, the Swamp Donkey, we would play shows all over Reno, and you're playing mostly bars, and the bars aren't paying you, but what the bar does is give the band a bar tab. So you can take the drink tokens of all the straight edge kids there, because there's always a bunch of straight edge kids in Reno that don't drink and will give you their drink coupons. So you could get 8, 9, 10 on a good night Miller High Lifes from the bar for free on the bar tab, just because you're playing in their bar. And you drink 5 Miller High Lifes before you played, and then you drink 3 while you're playing, So much Miller High Life in the band days. Way too much. Yeah, your band got paid in beer. Yeah. That's a critical thing, I think, for a band. Any artist starting out has to do that starving artist thing, where you're going to play shows and they say things like, well, we're not going to pay you money, but you'll give a bar tab. It's like, well, you're either going to get 10% of the door or we'll give you a bar tab. You're like, well, I'll have a bar tab. Yeah, I'll have a bar tab. Get some beers for the road. You're leaving. You're walking out the venue. You're like, could I get 3 cans to? No? Oh, shit. Yeah. The infamous playing for a bar tab. God, that was great. Yeah. Metal band. Sure. But not really a metal band. Swamp Donkey was, stoner rock, stoner metal, fuzzy groove stuff that I just loved. Speaking of loved, I believe when they say that this would be good in a cocktail, because that bourbon, I think, would be rad as a Manhattan. I don't have anything I can pair with this whiskey, though. What's in this? What's in this? Did I put vanilla rum custard in this? Did I put vanilla rum custard in this? Did I put kintsugi in this? Okay, kintsugi. I think the kintsugi vanilla will pair with this bourbon. Everything else is summertime fruity flavors like, whoa, watermelons and apples and succulents, and it's all sweet, fruity stuff. But this might go well. Yes. 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 That is a good combo. That is a rockin' ass combo. You hate anything watermelon? Yeah. I like watermelon. What did I put in here? Kintsugi. That's right. Kintsugi. I put the kintsugi in here. I wish I had a tobacco going. There's a tobacco up in the very random liquid tasting tonight. Okay, listen, we can't get too schwasty on bourbon at the moment. And what we're going to do, we're going to check in with, are these birthday names? Does the name Leah and Zach mean anything to anybody? Because I had these written down in a random place on my notes, and I don't know why. I can't remember, and I think it's for birthdays. I don't have the Mexican cola. Dude, the Mexican cola would probably be rad with it, huh, Hotspot Josh? Let me go steal it from Kitchen Guy. Let me go steal that. In fact, let's just go check in on Kitchen Guy, and then I'll come back after having stolen his Mexican cola. He's like, this is my Mexican cola, and I'm like, dude, it's our Mexican cola. He just won't listen to reason. But let's go check in with Kitchen Guy, shall we?
What I've been vaping.
Yeah, I mean, good morning, but not much. Not much. That's the answer to the question, what is Kitchen Guy vaping out in Kitchen? Nope. That's the wrong one. This is the first dangle clack of the night. Hang on. This one, okay, sorry, dangle clacks. This one, this one will be the correct, what I've been vaping. Yeah, there's got to be one, right? There has to be one, maybe two dangle clacks in the night. Let's go.
What I've been vaping.
Good freaking morning, everybody. It's just a vibey, dark morning here. And that's the perfect time for Vibey Dark Morning Guy to be talking about some things that I've been vaping out here. I don't know if my Ashton Palmer's powder-coated tumbler, Tron powder-coated tumbler, might be picking up some of the echo in my voice maybe a little bit. But you know what? We're just going to have to deal with it. Look, there are some pods out here. I'm leading up to a pods rank, so I'm trying to vape everything just into the ground. There's a Vaporesso Vibe out here. There's a Slim Pro 3 out here. There's an Argus G4 Mini out here. There's a Vaporesso Cross 6 out here, as well as the Vupu Navi that I literally just reviewed on YouTube. But that video was on YouTube for, I think, 2 days before it got age restricted, which YouTube's moving fast these days. It used to be once upon a time you'd upload a video and then it would stay up for a couple of months before YouTube went, wait, is this about vaping? We should age restrict this. Now it's immediate. It's immediate, but that's preferable, Honestly, I don't know why I'm complaining about age restrictions. Age restrictions are preferable to getting strikes and demonetization, which is a whole other thing that's been messing with my psyche. But those are the pods, and they all have 12 milligram deep cuts guava jelly in them. Right now, I think my favorite of the 4 that I have is the Slim 3 Pro. Just saying. This is a fairly new pod in here. Yeah, I'm not even to 1,000 puffs yet. Tastes brand new. It's so crispy, so flavorful. I did also manage to steal, a bunch of cool stuff. It's the nitrous. It's the little nitrous pocket guy. I swapped out for the black one, and I put some different panels on there, but I just, I wanted to make sure I didn't just love this thing because of those cool VHS panels on there. I wanted to make sure that I actually liked this thing as a thing, And thankfully, just this lightweight little single 18650 banger with the little disposable sub tank on top. Kitchen Guy's been using it. Car Guy has been using it. Sitting by the Pool Guy has been using it. It's great. Hang on, I'll be right back.
I know. Hi.
Murphy got groomed and he's very excited. Is that an Amazon delivery? Hi. Anyway, back to this. Nitrous, yeah, we talked about it. It's vaping great. Can Kitchen Guy get like 5 minutes to just sit here and shoot an update real quick? Jeez. Yeah, it's the Probably Trevor. You won't be able to see it. It's the Yak Dead Star. It's the Voltrove on the inside. It's 6 milligram strawberry swing. I have been just cranking away on this. I love this vape. My battery's dead though. Watch. Yeah, it just gives me wild battery sag and the battery flashes. That's okay. It kind of bums me out because this is the only matte black battery I have. So as soon as I take this out to charge it and put something else in there, it ceases being Trevor Core and just becomes, whatever regular ass vape core that there is. I'm still surprised I can get so many toots out of this despite the battery completely flashing at me like it's dead. Ah, yes, the sub-tank of RDAs. This is the Turnstone Rally Sport, the RS. Built it on Tuesday because I wanted to use this Mexican Cola Easy Dripper because this liquid has just been calling my name and the Easy Dripper's been calling my name. I used Mav Cotton for all the Mav Cotton fanatics that are out there. I used it. Literally less than 0 crackle. Maybe I did it wrong, or maybe Mav sucks. It's like nothing. It's like a big, smooth, swooshy sub-tank. There's a little, crispiness on the edges, but no crackle, Mav. No crackle. It's vaping great, though, and I can't get enough of that Mexican Cola. It's delicious. Lastly, it's the Oxfa V Prime. I have been searching high and low for something comparable to the Orion 2 with the Joe Sturdy RBA. I've just loved that. 6 milligram in that little restricted direct lung. Love it. I thought maybe the Voltrove could be something along those lines. This is definitely along those lines. This is, for all intents and purposes, this is kind of an Orion 2 with a better form factor. It's much more ergonomic. It's got an RBA base, the Alexa. Now, the crackle in this is probably coming from the Mav, but also the Red's tripwire coil is in here as well. So the crackle's a little out of control. I will say the crackle has diminished a little bit. It's not quite as poppy and crackly as it was when I first set it up. And I've noticed that the more saturated it gets, the less crackle I get. And the crackle comes out more as the wicks are going dry. And I think that's the trick of Mav Cotton. I think Mav Cotton keeps the wicks very slightly dry all the time. Cloud Nerds is in that, and it is, wildly delicious. Anyway, that's me. That's what I got. I've heard some rumors recently that there might be something happening with Living Room Couch Guy. I actually don't know where I'm throwing this. So I'm just going to say whoever wants to pick up the baton and run with it, Go do it. Do it. Go it and do it now, please. Sup? You guys know about LRCG? You guys know about Living Room Couch Guy? Well, here's the truth about Living Room Couch Guy. It seems like there's always some sort of drama or truth being revealed about Living Room Couch Guy, but the real actual truth of Living Room Couch Guy is there's kind of always stuff out here for Living Room Couch Guy, even if Living Room Couch Guy doesn't get to vape it as often as Living Room Couch Guy should, if that makes sense. There's been some things just kind of mysteriously missing from the What I've Been Vapings, from the lineups, from like the Fruits of the Fiddle. There's just some things that seemingly have disappeared. Corporate boardroom. The corporate boardroom's out here with the Blaze Mouth to Lung RTA. I got a 12 milligram raspberry ripple in here. Vaping great, tasting great, corporate boardroom for the win. This has been missing for a while, and my review on YouTube claims to love it. Yeah. Yeah. It's just the flip side squonk with the Reload S RDA on top. Yeah, this just went missing. Been out here. It's been with me. It's been with LRCG. I just haven't been allowed to vape it. That's guava jelly. That's guava jelly deep cuts 3 milligram right there. Yep. That's just been sitting out here. And lastly out here, it's like everybody's memory just erased, including mine. It's the Vaporesso Armor, the internal battery green guy with the green and black R3 coil on top. Single coil mode. Freaking team single coil with the freaking Vapetasia Berry Lemonade. Sorry, it's Vapetasia Pink Lemonade, not Berry Lemonade. I don't know why I said that. Cheers. Amazing. I mean, this is vaping great. That flavor's delicious. This is vaping perfect. These are all three really good, perfectly usable, perfectly vapable vapes out here that simply don't get used because, well, truly and honestly, I just don't watch TV like I used to. I want to. I miss it. I miss movies. I miss watching TV. Just doesn't happen.
God, that's so good. God, that's so good. No, if nothing else, I should force more Living Room Couch Guy just so I get to vape these vapes. Because as far as I know, the rules state that I can't just take these vapes into another room of the house. That's unconstitutional. That's against the law. As Living Room Couch Guy, it appears I've lost my marbles. It's just, I don't get to see you guys as often as everybody else does, so it's like I got to make this memorable. I want people walking away from this stream going, yeah, Living Room Couch Guy, you're right. You're right about it all. You're right about everything. I want people walking away from this vlog remembering this segment. This is the best segment just for Living Room Couch Guy, It's not like I don't get, it's like I don't. Okay. Good job, Living Room Couch Guy. Good job. And he wonders why he doesn't get on video very often. He's just a weird guy. He's just weird. I've been vaping this Wick Licker Irie Vibes since Tuesday, and I still cannot figure out if I like it or not. It's the most confusing, puzzling liquid I have ever tasted ever. It's a rum raisin ice cream, and it's rummy, and I like that, and it's raisiny, and I like that, and it's ice creamy, and I like that, and then there's culotta in it, and then that's a little bit weird, and then the culotta kind of makes the raisin part of this taste a little bit weird, and I really want to taste this without the culotta in it, but I just keep vaping it. It's a ding! R3 coil on an old Grim Army Hexome. Cheers. It's good, but it's also at the same time, it's not good. But I like it, and it's good, except it sucks, and I hate it. Except every time I vape it, it's tasty.
And then it tastes weird. And then it tastes good again. And then it tastes like rum raisin. And then you go, why is there so much culotta in this? And then you go, oh, but it's good rum raisin ice cream. I can't. What a weird flavor. What a weird flavor. But it's been getting banged on. This Hexome, the Stabwood Hexome, has also been getting banged on with that ding Steam Crave Aromomizer Plus V4 Supreme Ultimate RDTA Mesh Beast Monster, whatever they call it. I don't know how, but the liquid level is slowly dropping in this. There's no wicks or anything. It's just been sitting here and I vape it. And even now when I vape it, I'm not like tilting it at my face to get the wicks wet. So I don't know how the wicks are staying wet.
But it's vaping great. It's vaping great. That wildly delicious. I don't even know what liquid is in this. I should be ashamed of myself. I don't know what liquid's in this. Thank you, Gunny. I think it's a pretty sexy Hexome too, and I really like the rounded back. Even though the top does sit like in a weird wonky angle, the rounded back for holding. Get out of here. What is that? I don't know what that is. Saw this? It's the Brunhilde with the RTA for vaping on there. What a great combo. Perfect combo. Perfect side by side. It's been vaping great. It's got that kintsugi on the inside. It's delicious.
This is a single coil mode right now. The airflow still feels squeechy to me a little bit.
But the crackling and the flavor are really going a long way with that.
Orion 2.
This is like the best all-around vape that I have. And,
You don't think this has left my hand? The Danny side-by-side with the Sparrow? This is a banging combo. Banging ass combo. 3 milligram. Huckleberry cheese Danish is in here. Shout out Lady Liberty. Get a little bit of poppy crackle from the coil.
it's so delightful.
It is so delightful. There's some pods. I got an Oxfa, I got a UL, I got Cali Burns, I got Vaporesso stuff. Pods ranked coming soon. Pods ranked coming soon. Now, what we can do, since I stole this from Kitchen Guy, and it was really easy. It was really easy. He never says no. He just can never say no to me. We're going to taste the bourbon with the Mexican cola. Can't wait. Pumped. Pumped. Cheers.
Sorry. It's just so good. It was just such a good vape.
Whoa, that's weird. Whoa, that's weird. That's a weird experience. I love it. It almost, whoa, weird. It almost makes the cola taste diet. Like when I vape this Mexican cola, it just tastes like cola. That's it. Like a regular cola that you opened, a full sugar cola. But for some reason, when I sip it with the bourbon, it makes the cola taste like a diet cola. What is that? That's so good and so weird. It's exactly like having like a bourbon and Coke. Except there's no actual Coke. There's no cola. Is this what, do I have to write this one down? What's that? With June 18th, 2026. We're calling it bourbon plus Mexican cola. We're almost done with this notepad, too. Second notepad of the year. Actually, this has been going since November 2025. Yeah, joyfully stuffed with the Castle Long Reserve. I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we wrote all those down. Wrote all the best ones down. I don't know why. It's not like I'm going to go back and watch all of them, but it's just good to keep track. It's just good to keep track. That's me. That's what Desk Guy's been doing a lot of vaping. There's a sub tank on here too. I've been hitting real frequently because it's got Sully's in it, and Sully's in a sub tank is just like amazing balls. So delicious. But that's me, which means, did I get enough of these? Yeah. We got 3 crackles tonight and 1 Assignment Planet Globe, just because I'm trying to keep it a little bit more streamlined. But,
America, this is you.
you want to hear it again? You want to hear it again?
America, this is you.
Diet, well, yeah, I drink Diet Coke. We've been trying to get off of sodas again, even though I'm about to open a soda. We've been trying to get off sodas again. We let Diet Cokes back into the house, and that's always like a thing. We were all about Diet Coke for a while, and then it's like, no. So we bought like some fruit juices and some like seltzer waters just to have sparkling juice, not massive amounts of sugar and caffeine going into our brains every minute, even though I love it. I love it so much. Well, let's see. We got 1 Assignment Planet Globe here, and I truly and honestly, this came from the Discord. I don't know who this is. I just straight up stole this from the Discord. I want to think this is Silk Pump. I want to think this is the silkiest of pumps, the slickest of pimps. I want to think that this is Silk Pump, but you tell me. I think this is Silk Pump. I think that's the Silk Pump. I think this is his Assignment Planet Globe. I think that's his purple hexome anodized aluminum recoil, Kennedy recoil combo, FDH test results, sacred seal. Amazing. Amazing. The Kennedy recoil combo, dude, it's one of my favorite combos of all time. Of all time. This is the standard Silk Pump desk check. I love it. I love the Kennedy recoil combo, and I don't know what it is about that anodized gray recoil on top of the purple that is really doing it for me. Really hardcore doing it for me. Yeah, needs an easy dripper. Silk Pump, we got to get you some easy drippers, man. We got to get you some easy drippers. We got one. We got the first crackle tonight. There's 3 battling it out tonight. Jeremy M, Dot Pod Max with the Dot Pod Max RBA, 0.3 ohm firecrackers from Pendulum, Blue Raz Bombshell made by Jared. Okay, Jeremy M. Let's see what's up with Jeremy M tonight. Where did I go? Oh, Jeremy M. Let's get this crackle. Volume up. Mother Truckin' Jeremy M.
Dot Pod Max.
Oh.
Dot Pod Max RBA. Firecrackers, 0.35.
Oh. That, yeah. That's a intense crackle. It's very high pitched. I like it. So snappy. So snappy. Who's gifting Oya! There she is. What up, Oya? Are you gifting subs? Oya, are you gifting subs? Lunatic. You're a lunatic. Love you, Oya. Hell yeah, Oya. Good on you,
Blue
Oya.
raspberry bombshell. Made by
Just wanted to see who was gifting them subs out. I mean, the vape. How is the vape through louder? Echoing out of the mouth hole? I gotta imagine it's much louder in person, dude. Listen to that.
5.
That is like textbook crackle, honestly. What happens with it happens with the Oxva, it happens with the Orion, and it's happening with this dot, is the crackle is always much higher pitched than like you're lower pitched. That's just a personal preference thing, but you can't possibly shit on that crackle. You can't. That is a poppy crackle. Snappy. That's one of the snappiest crackles. Yeah, I could see that. You know, the whole crackle thing is kind of annoying to anybody that's not actively vaping it, you know, or appreciating it. We can all appreciate a good crackle. When I see Jeremy M vaping that crackle, I think I'd like that crackle. I'd want to put that in my mouth. We can appreciate it, but to someone on the outside, it's probably just annoying as hell. It's probably just wildly annoying. Let's see. We got a sea moose. We got a sea moose with a billet box up in here. Let's hear it, sea moose. You know, it's a little wispy. You know, I'll give it. It's got some crackle in it. Is that what it is? It's the dry Colorado air? Is that what is crackle prevention? It's more, yeah, it's more like a spring breeze. Exactly, Aopic. There's some crackles in there. Is it you think it's the Colorado air? You think it's the dry Colorado air that keeps the crackle from crackling? I don't even know what I'm reaching for right now. I'm thirsty. We need to do a full hydrate in a second. I really need to chug down on some water. Wet cabbage, yeah, it's slightly there. It's a little, honestly, as soon as you said Colorado, dry Colorado air, it kind of sounds like it. Honestly, like that made sense in my head. Oh yeah, I'm like, well, yeah. Dry Colorado air, that could affect it in some way, right? He's definitely got more, Seamoose, you got more crackle on the vape down. I think Seamoose got more crackle on the vape down than in the naked crackle. What's this one? Who's this one? Trevor? Trevor in the Trevor with the Orion Pro 2 and the Joe Sturdy 1 Orion inside. Black drip tip, black hardware. That sounds like Trevor, you know? That sounds like Trevor. Yeah, we should do a research on, elevation and coil crackle. Yeah. Listen, you could spearhead that. Do people still say that? You could spearhead that? You could lead that up. Just get some funding, get some grants, get some federal grants, because we want to study crackle at different elevations. I think people would go for it. What do you have to offer us tonight, Trevor?
Got that new Trevor Core Orion RBA.
Yeah. Oh. That is a good crackle. It's it's borderline. It's Jeremy M-ish. It's like that same tone, same poppiness. Dude, this is a good crackle. Yeah, the study would say crackle causes lung disease. Just because the people were vaping, no other variables involved. Trevor! That's a hell of a crackle, Trevor. I can't decide if it's Jeremy M. Is it Jeremy M or Trevor? I mean, these are. I think. Here's the thing. I think yours is louder, Jeremy. But Trevor's is a lower pitch.
Blue raspberry bombshell.
Oh, what happened to your crackles? This is really too close to call. This is too close to call. I might give a slight... I don't know. I want to give Jeremy M a slight edge because it's louder, but I want to give Trevor a slight edge because it's lower pitched. It's too tough to call. It's too tough to call. Trevor, you're conceding? Yeah, it's good on you. Good on you. I have a lot of respect for you right now. That's good. Good on you. Concede to Jeremy M. Jeremy M had the crackliest pop of the crackle pops of the night, and now I want to get a dot mod. And now I want to get a freaking dot mod. But that's it. If you guys have your bangers, your desk checks, your assignment planet globes, I would absolutely like to see them. You can send them to me, nick@grimmgreen.com, and any crackles that you have that you've been dialing in, that you've been working on. Maybe you got a really banging RTA with some severe crackle in it. Shoot a video and send it over, and we will all just sit here, like circus seals, like, oh, crackle. We love it. I love it. I can't help it but love crackle. I want to hear the crackle. I want to see the crackle. I want to feel the crackle. This is giving me a good crackle right now. Send them on over to me, nick@grimmgreen.com. Just be relentless. Send me some crackle. Send me some assignment planet globes. And also answer the question, why is loitering a crime? Why? Why is loitering a crime? It's just so weird. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep moving forward in this here vlog. Lots to do. Such little time. That's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll get there. Sizzle reel. Sizzle reel. Exactly. Officer, I'm the victim of loitering. Someone was standing. Yeah. Can you imagine? Someone was standing in an area that I don't think they should just be allowed to just stand in. That's why we have loitering laws, son. Think you did the right thing. Let's get these people who are literally just standing all the way out of here. Victim of loitering. Now listen. You want to be a victim of loitering? Or do you want to... Okay, so the first coolest thing I saw all week that I don't even know... Oh, of course it's going to do that. The one I want to watch...
Here's about 40.
What are the odds? What are the fucking odds? Okay, well now we have to watch it in a small version. Breeze Tones, is Breeze Tones still in here? There's this barista guy. Stop. There's this barista guy on Instagram. He's just he's a barista content creator. He does this. Right? He does this. What? This isn't even the coolest thing I've seen all week. He does that. He's a barista guy. Look at him. Pouring a shot in the ground. Ground coffee. Get it? Ground? You get it. You get it. But also this. He opens up a cigarette and dumps the tobacco into an espresso shot. And I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know if this is even possible. Can you brew tobacco like tea and still get nicotine out of it? Adam, can you do this? Is this a thing you can do? Caffeine. He grinds up, he just basically puts a cigarette, tobacco, into an espresso shot. Is that real? Is that real? But I know it's real. Like, I know you can do it. But does it actually put nicotine inside of the tea or inside of the espresso shot? Can you brew tobacco? That's all I'm really asking. Because if I could brew tobacco, I mean, that kind of opens up a whole other world of possibilities. You think it would taste really horrible? Really horrible? My favorite thing is this comment. This isn't a trend. This is a fast track to severe nicotine poisoning. The dude crumbled like a fraction of a gram of tobacco leaf into coffee. And this guy is so unhinged that he's like, well, it's going to be nicotine poisoning. If you even look at a cigarette, nicotine poisoning. I don't think this is brewing nicotine. I don't really think this is brewing nicotine, though. Yeah, campaign for tobacco-free kids. Campaign for tobacco-free kids can suck it. But then this got me thinking, why are we stopping there? Right? I think cannabis needs a fat molecules to function, work. I don't know much about edibles. Maybe Oya can help. But what if we put coffee and nicotine and like decarbonated cannabis in there, brewed a shot, then you get caffeine, nicotine, and shed in a cup. I would drink that. I would drink that. I would drink that. Can you brew cannabis with coffee like this? Like an espresso shot? Yeah, commercial tobacco would probably be wildly gross. You're right, Compassionate Cucumbers. Like the tobacco from a cigarette, it's all loaded with additives. You don't want that. But if you could brew it, the Holy Trinity in a cup, you could call it the Holy Trinity. You could open Holy Trinity Coffee. I would go to Holy Trinity Coffee if they said in every espresso shot you can get nicotine, THC, and caffeine. Get out of here. I'm done. I'm sold. I will live there. I will open up shop. I will go to that place, to that house. Just reaching for a vape, anything. Drinking nicotine allows it to absorb rapidly to your bloodstream, which can easily trigger poisoning. Is drinking nicotine gets it into your bloodstream faster than inhalation? I think inhalation is the most effective way to get something into your bloodstream, other than injecting it directly into your arm or something, right? Maybe if he brewed a whole shot with tobacco and then, pulled like liquid nicotine through the tobacco shot, that might be enough nicotine. Pipe tobacco? Yeah, like a cherry pipe tobacco. You could probably brew that. Boof it. Yeah, toxicity, vomiting, dry knuckles, the whole thing. Yeah. Well, more power to the boofers. I'm never going to not say to boof something. I'm not going to do it myself, but if you're just like, I'm going to boof this, be like, let's go. Do it. You need help setting up, or how do you want to? So, look, that's literally just one of the coolest things I've seen all week. The other and second coolest thing I've seen all week is I'm loving the World Cup. I don't watch soccer, or if they call it football. I don't watch worldwide football. I don't watch soccer. I'm familiar. I'm familiar. I know what the World Cup is. I'm not a moron. My favorite thing about the World Cup is everybody coming to the United States and discovering, the United States. You see these Australian dudes losing their minds over going into a Buc-ee's. You see these British dudes who are learning to eat ribs for the first time in their life. And the waiter comes up and goes, well, what are you doing? Use your hands. And they're like, well, I'm sorry, excuse me. They're like, put the knife and fork down, pick up with your hands. And they're just like, it's like they've never, and then they eat ribs and it's like, angels singing. I love other countries coming to America and getting to experience a little bit of American culture. And I like Americans getting to experience a little bit of other culture, because Scottish fans showed up in Boston and drank the town dry.
Beer, the Scots fans just drunk the place dry, and all they had was like Bud Light.
If your favorite beer is missing.
I love this Scottish dude. This Scottish dude in Boston. All they had left was like Bud Light. They drank it dry.
From a tap.
We've never seen anything like it.
We've never seen anything like it.
There's a decent chance Scotland had something to do with it.
Damn right.
Sam
Shout out
Adams
Scotland.
Downtown ran out of their signature Boston lager over the weekend and needed an emergency delivery to keep up with World Cup fans. And they're not the only ones running dry.
Pretty much everything. We ran out of everything. Tennant's being number one.
White Bull Tavern may have run out of Scotland's iconic Tennant's beer, but that didn't stop the party.
The fans have been unbelievable. They're great. They're fun. They're drinking, partying, having a great time.
So you have a drinking kilt for obvious reasons, because it might get some spillage on it. You have a dress kilt, so you always have two kilts.
The Dubliner has
You always
also
have two
been hopping.
kilts.
So we had our biggest week ever last week.
And it's the one place Scots can still find their Tennant's lager.
Managed to plan ahead and get an extra delivery last Saturday, and
Dude.
I was told yesterday the distributor has ran out also. He's getting his today, and the rest
Scottish
of the city's getting theirs
dudes.
tomorrow.
There was no beer.
Coming to America and drinking all the beer in Boston. That's cool. That's cool as shit. I love that. I love the hell out of it. They literally found some type of alcohol that didn't do shit over 100 years. They know what they like. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's an emergency. I drank all the beer in Boston. The Scottish dudes showing up, and American bar owners were like, we're fine. We're all stocked up. We have a lot of beer. It's just the World Cup. We have a ton of beer. We have more beer than we ever had for the World Cup. Oh, hi. Scotland has entered the chat, and he's like, oh, you got a drinking kilt and a regular kilt, so if you spill beer on your drinking kilt, you're supposed to spill beer on your drinking kilt. Scotland, man. Scottish people rule. Yeah, I saw that. They were playing the bagpipes all over the streets, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's so fun. It's so fun. I'll never understand not wanting to have fun and celebrate other people's fun-ass cultures in your home city. I don't know, man. It's just cool. Scottish people rule. Scotland rules, and they came to America, and they just cleaned us out. Cleared us out of beer. Straight up. So shout out to Scotland. I don't give enough props or shout outs to the country of Scotland, but shout out to the country of Scotland. I'm a Clan Buchanan, card-carrying member of Clan Buchanan. Ask Miss Bagpipes. Her name is literally Miss Bagpipes in the chat. You know what she thinks about bagpipes? She likes them a lot, in case that wasn't clear. We love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. For realsies, though, this is the last coolest thing I have seen all week long, and it is a dude on Facebook. I've been spending a more time on Facebook. I'm monetized on Facebook. That's the real gist of it, is I'm monetized on Facebook. So if you want to interact with my videos or posts or whatever, Facebook is the place to do it because it actually helps me out a little bit these days. But I've been scrolling through Facebook recently, and I don't know why I didn't assume this, but there's Facebook groups for everything, right? I didn't know this. There's Facebook groups for literally everything, and it makes sense. Of course there's going to be Facebook. If there's Facebook groups for vaping, of course there's going to be Facebook groups for knitting and car repair and making peanut butter and of course, 3D printers. So I came across this 3D printing Facebook group. Look what this dude 3D printed. Look. He 3D printed a lore accurate, odorous, urungus 3D printed plastic mask. This is the coolest thing. This made me want to like start pricing 3D printers and go, wow, really? All I need to do is buy a 3D printer and I can have a lore accurate, odorous mask? Right? It comes out of the printer all funky and gray, obviously, and it needs to get sanded, maybe filled in with some, drywall stuff in the little cracks, and you make it all smooth and nice. And then he painted it up and added the hair to the bottom, and it's perfect. And it's even got the little opening here on his chin, and it's the perfect mouth shape, and it's the perfect eye shape, and it's the perfect horns, and it's the most accurate, perfect, odorous mask I've ever seen. And if I had a 3D printer, I could just print one up. Maggots! This is, you know how long? I'll tell you how long. 49 years. 49 years I've been wanting an odorous urungus mask. 49 years. 49 long years. It's plastic, it's hard. It's hard mask, but at least it's something you could put on your wall, that would be so badass. I don't buy a lot of things. I don't buy a lot of collectibles anymore, but I saw this and I thought that needs to be here. You need to be with me now, odorous head. So, in closing, I've never wanted a 3D printer more, and all I would do with it is print thousands of odorous urungus heads all over the place. All over the place. 6 of them, 10 of them, doesn't even matter. Paint them all up. You could do alternate universe odoruses. You could have the odorous extended universe, expanded universe. This more than anything else, I think is the coolest thing I've seen all week. How do I get one? How do I make them? Yeah, I've seen some, they make some latex odorous masks, but they never look really good. The Slave Pit themselves have put out masks in the past, and there was this one woman, God, I can't even remember her name. It was when people put like their name and then some word after it, like Jessica Evil or Jennifer Awful, or like Daisy Rotten, something like that, some alternative name. It was like Megan Massacre or something like that. And she had previously worked for GWAR at the Slave Pit and remade the foam molds and stuff and started selling GWAR costumes and like helmet, masks and stuff like that. And they were wildly expensive. Someday, I'm going to have a real life odorous mask, and you can't stop me. I'm going to do a whole vlog in it. I'm going to do a whole vlog in my odorous mask doing an odorous impression. What do you think about that? I'm going to wear my odorous mask while drinking nicotine caffeine coffee with Scottish people at the World Cup. That's the dream. That's the dream. Other than Silk Pump gifting subs like a boss. Yep, nude in the pool at night with a mask. Let's go. You're describing the dream. That's all I've ever dreamed about as a kid is swimming naked in my pool with an odorous mask on. singing maggots at the top of my lungs. Why is loitering a crime? What is that? Why? What is that? How are we doing on time? Let's do news. Let's get news out of the way, and then we can do retro vaping and mail and liquid. And let's do news. Let's do the news. Listen, let's just get into it. I'm not going to explain the news before we do the news. Let's just do the news.
F the FDA. F the FDA. F the FDA.
What was that? F the FDA? Oh, man. Why would anybody say that? What? Unbelievable. More like bully the FDA. That's what I would say. We should bully the FDA. Listen, let's talk about some news. I have so many notes on this. Here's what's going on as far as news. We've covered a lot. I want you guys to know I take some amount of pride in making sure that we can all be as informed as possible regarding FDA, CDC, regulations, PMTA, Bloomberg, and vape bans and taxes and use bans and all of this stuff and everything that's going on with the courts and everything that's going on with World Health. I try to keep us all up to date because I like to be up to date. We've already discussed the fallout from the flavor approvals. Tobacco-free kids are losing their mind. The Truth Initiative is losing their mind. Parents Against Vaping is losing their mind. World Health is losing their mind. But FDA authorized some flavors. We already talked about the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. FDA last week got torched in the Fifth Circuit. We talked about that. We've covered all of the World Health Organization's multiple community notes. I just want to... So those are like the main things that are going on in the U.S. right now. But... in Canada, if we turn our attention to Canada, where their junk-ass science is getting pushed into our country because their junk-ass scientists and their junk-ass news media keeps propping up junk-ass science, and then we get to deal with it. Canadians get to deal with it first and foremost, but we get to deal with it as well. Unbelievable. Oh, we didn't do Nick Guy the Science Man. Next week. Remind me to do Nick Guy the Science Man next week. Nick Guy the Science Man. The media is to blame for this. I have no one else but to blame but the media. The media has failed us. I wrote that huge with an exclamation point. The media has failed us completely. Look at this. Ready? The media says vaping causes lung and heart damage faster than cigarettes, a U of A research suggests. No, it doesn't. The research doesn't suggest that. Not even a little bit. Not even a slight bit. Vaping causes lung and heart damage faster than cigarettes? Faster than cigarettes. How did multiple news outlets frame this study as causing damage faster than cigarettes if there were no cigarette smokers included in the study? How does one reach that conclusion? If you're comparing vapors to smoking and you say vapors get this damage faster than cigarette smokers, but we didn't bother to study any cigarette smokers, is that a trustworthy conclusion that you've come to there? That vaping causes lung and heart damage faster than cigarettes? That seems, a few weeks ago I talked about, does the World Health Organization think that they can just make the lies bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and that maybe people will believe them if they make the lie so big that it can't stand up under its own weight? Maybe people will believe it. That's the case of this. Any of the 80 million adults worldwide that have been vaping for the last 20 years would look at this and go, okay, then where's all the heart damage? Where's all the lung and heart damage? If vaping causes heart and lung damage faster than cigarettes, where's all the heart and lung damage? Where is it? Shouldn't we see legions of 20-something-year-olds in the hospital with all sorts of lung damage? Wouldn't there be signs or symptoms that vaping was causing all of this lung damage worse, faster than cigarettes? Seems like there would be, but there isn't. The most accurate conclusion, this is based, you guys, they're just lying. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Journalists are dead. They are just lying about everything now. Vaping obviously doesn't cause heart and lung damage faster than cigarettes. This study was 20 people. 20 people. 20 people, Kaylee. 20 people. Basically what they did is they took 20 vapors and 20 non-vapors and they made them do a bunch of athletics competitions. Running, sprinting, jumping, and the such as. And they found that the people who vaped were a little bit more short of breath than the people who didn't vape. That means that vaping causes lung and heart damage faster than cigarettes. The more accurate conclusion that they could have come up with was what this research actually shows was that non-smoking vapors performed slightly worse than non-users of anything in running and exercising. Some non-smoking vapors performed slightly worse than non-users of anything in running and exercising. The faster than cigarettes is, what do they call it? Made up shit. Just made up clickbait bullshit. That's what it is. It doesn't come from the study. None of the people involved in the study said that. None of the scientists involved in the study said that. The faster than cigarettes is pure journalistic, I don't know what even you want to call it, spin, It's literally everywhere. It's all over Canada. Every media outlet. News city everywhere. Lung risk from vaping and e-cigarettes almost on par with smoking. University of Alberta study says it's everywhere. All of the media is failing on this. And all of the media seemingly doesn't care about any journalistic integrity whatsoever at all ever. 20 people in this study. 20 people? 20 people, you can come to the conclusion that vaping damages the heart and lungs faster than cigarettes based on 20 people who were short of breath during exercise. I mean, I'm not trying to dumb it down. That's literally what the study is. The study does not demonstrate that vaping is worse than smoking. The study doesn't demonstrate that vaping causes damage faster than cigarettes. The study doesn't demonstrate that vaping causes more damage than cigarettes. The study didn't compare vaping to combustible tobacco or cigarettes, and that's the only metric that matters. That's the only metric that matters. If a study isn't comparing vaping to burning combustible tobacco cigarettes, then that's useless. That's useless data. That's useless study. It makes no sense. Absolutely zero sense. 20 people? 20 people. This is the equivalent, I don't know. I can't think of a good analogy right now because I'm so huffing and puffing. But it would kind of be like going to a basketball game. Okay, stay with me here. Go to a basketball game. Find 20 people, interview those 20 people out of, a couple 10,000 in the stands. You find a group of 20, and then you ask them, how did you get to the arena tonight? Ready for my scientific conclusion? Basketball fans prefer Uber. That's my scientific conclusion, because out of the 20 people that I interviewed, 11 of them took an Uber to the arena, and 9 of them drove their car. So my conclusion is basketball players prefer Uber. Basketball fans prefer Uber to cars. You might go, but that's only 20 people. Rightfully so, you would go, but that's only 20 people. What happens if you interview the entire arena? Does anything change then? Probably, because a small sample size of 20 people gives you no usable data. It's barely anything. It's nothing. It's not even science. This isn't even peer reviewed. No one else has looked at this. No one else has looked at this. It's literally just a research project from the University of Alberta, and Canada is so desperate for something in vaping to harm you that the University of Alberta is continuing to fund this. They said, oh, look at your conclusions. Yeah, let's continue to definitely fund this. Absolutely. Based on your horse shit 20-person survey, we're going to fund you to the tune of millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. Great. Keep the study going. Keep the study going, and I want to see what happens when you do this with more than 20 people. Because that's not science. That's not anything. That's barely a cross-sectional survey. Barely a cross-sectional survey. I have done a scientific study with myself, and I concluded the raga is bad for everyone. Just as legitimate as this science. Just as legitimate. I have also done a scientific study in the chat tonight, and I have decided that the raga is bad for everybody as well. Because I interviewed Metal Morrissey. I interviewed 1 out of 100 people, and that one person said the raga sucks. So my conclusion is that all vapors think the raga sucks. Same logic. Same level of logic. Unbelievable. There's a very obviously methodological issues in this, saying that vapors had worse exercise tolerance than the controls, all because of vaping? All because of vaping. 20 kids against 20 other kids. These 20 kids got short of breath a little bit faster. That's literally all they say. In fact, look at this. Look at this. Watch this. This is going to be the best thing you see all day. Oh, did I say best? I meant the most rage-inducing. I think it was in this one. Damn it. Hang on. Let me find this real quick. This is a great. I think it's the one from the actual college. Yep. This is the big mic drop. Look at this. This is the big mic drop. This is from the University of Alberta. Uh-oh, vaping e-cigarettes leads to early signs of lung disease in young adults. It doesn't. It doesn't do that. But the headline really makes you think that. Our media has failed us. Our media has failed us in every turn. At every important nexus event in our society, our media has failed us so wildly, so intensely. Vaping e-cigarettes leads to early signs of lung disease in young adults. Whoa, that's a big deal. Except it doesn't show that. In fact, read this. This is my favorite. Strickland is the main researcher. Just read this sentence. This is what they're concerned about. The e-cigarette users had normal lung function with standard clinical tests. Oh, okay. What's the big deal then? Oh, but they got out of breath at a much lower exercise intensity than the controls. Normal lung function in clinical tests, but they ran out of breath at a much lower exercise intensity? Nothing about throat cancer, mouth cancer, lip cancer, neck cancer, nothing about COPD, nothing about emphysema, nothing about stroke, nothing about cardiovascular disease. No. Alberta is really worried that people are getting out of breath at a much lower exercise intensity than the controls. Are you out of breath? That's just as bad as cancer. That's just as bad. We're really worried that you're out of breath. The e-cigarette users had normal lung function with standard clinical tests, but they got out of breath at a much lower exercise intensity than the controls. All because of vaping? All because of vaping. All because of vaping? Despite all of the co-founding variables that could cause someone to be out of breath during rigorous exercise? Was every participant the same weight? Was every participant the same fitness level? Were they all the same weight and fitness level? Because that will cause some discrepancies and maybe someone to be out of breath. Were all participants awake? Was anybody a little bit sleepy? Because that'll do it. How was the air quality that day? Was there any dust in the air? Allergens possibly in the air? Because that could contribute to it. Did any of the participants in this study have any anxiety? Were they stressed out at all? Were they tired in any way? Because that'll lead to it. Was everybody hydrated? Was everybody hydrated that day? Did anyone have caffeine that day? Because that'll affect it. Did everybody get enough sleep that day? Did all participants get enough sleep? All the participants that are all the exact same weight, age, fitness level, none of them were sad. Everybody got the perfect amount of sleep, because a little bit of sleep, a little bit less sleep, and then you try to do some rigorous exercise, you'll be out of breath. There's a trillion reasons why someone would be out of breath, but they wanted vaping to be the cause of it, and that's what they set out to do. And that's where all this money is going to go. They just want vaping to be the cause of this so badly, but I don't think it is. And I don't think it's going to be, because it's 20 people. I can't get over that. 20 people. The real villains in this are the media. It's journalism is dead. I'm very sure of that. Can't think of one journalist off the top of my head that I think is doing a bang up job right now. Not a one. Maybe Mehdi Hassan. Not a one though. And here's the thing. I don't think the media necessarily hates vaping. Yeah, they picked people that ran a marathon before. It's just so crazy how many different variables could go into someone being a little bit more out of breath than somebody else. Wild amount of variables can go into that. Heat. Was it warm that day? What was the temperature outside that day? Temperature affects everybody a little bit differently. Was anybody a little more tired than another person? Because that'll affect it too. The only variable they accounted for was someone's vape use. And that's wild to me, because that's not science. In closing, here's the thing. In closing, let's show you one more anger-inducing headline from, Medical Express. It feels like Medical Express just exists to confuse people. Vaping e-cigarettes leads to early signs of lung disease in young adults. It doesn't. I'm out of breath a lot because I forget to breathe while I talk sometimes. Yep. Same. If I'm not hydrated enough and I try to do any physical activity, I'll be out of breath until I hydrate. There's so many variables. And I'm convinced that Medical Express just exists to confuse people. This is literally just a copy paste. Look, the e-cigarette users had normal lung function when standard clinical tests, but they got out of breath much lower at exercise intensity than the controls. That's so funny to me. I don't know why that's so funny to me. 23-year-olds should not be out of breath at an exercise activity equivalent to a modern walk. Well, they might be out of breath if they were tired or stressed or dehydrated in any way, or if the air quality was lower, or if there were any allergens in the air, or what the temperature was, or if they were a little bit overweight, or if they were a different fitness level than somebody else. There's so many reasons that you might get winded doing exercise, especially when all of them pass normal lung function standard clinical tests. I mean, that's just wild to me. That's not science. That's not science. I don't think that the media hates vaping necessarily. I think that the media just likes views. And I think the media just likes things being clicked on. And I think the media just likes engagement and traffic. And that's why I think the media will take a study where vapors were out of breath before non-vapors and then turn that into a headline that says that vaping hurts your heart and lungs faster than cigarettes. They made that decision to do that headline because they wanted clicks. Nobody cares. I mean, I think we all can absolutely agree that nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody's doing journalism because they want to get to the truth. No one's doing journalism because they want to speak truth to power. No, people are journalists nowadays in the same way that a tabloid is journalism. All people want is clicks, and it doesn't matter. After you get the click, it doesn't matter after that. Nothing you say has to be truthful. Nothing you say has to be honest. You just get the GD click. It makes me wildly insane. And it makes me wildly insane that I even have to play that game, dude. I have to try to get people to click on my stuff. I have to try to get views. I have to try to get engagement. The problem is I have a moral compass and I can't just straight up hoodwink people. And I can't just straight up lie to people for clicks. I just don't have it in me, and I apologize. I guess to be successful on the internet, you have to try to hoodwink people from time to time. You have to try to. You got to try to hoodwink people. You got to try to scam people. You got to try to grift as much as you can. That's how you be successful on the internet. I think that's all I had written down. Where'd my other page go? Yeah. And the last little thing that I wrote down is 4 million Canadian adults over the age of 18 still smoke combustible tobacco cigarettes on the daily. They are the ones that need help. They are the ones that need attention, but the University of Alberta would rather throw millions of dollars at a study where 20 people were out of breath. Out of breath. That's it. That's all. Not dying of cancer, not dying of COPD, not having a stroke, not having cardiovascular disease, not having a heart attack, not having heart disease. No. Just a little bit out of breath. So that means that vaping definitely causes damage faster to your heart and lungs than cigarettes. It's like, what are you supposed to do anymore? Honestly, what are you supposed to do anymore? I try to correct as many people as I can. I try to correct people on a broad scale. I try to live stream correct information. I try to broadcast correct information. But no matter what correct information gets broadcasted out there, there are always people who just want to be contrarian for the sake of it. And I'm done trying to correct individual people. My reply guys, the dudes that show up in my comments and just say, oh yeah, well, smoking's better than vaping anyway. Yeah, it is. Sure it is. Go keep believing that. I am going to do nothing to correct you. Go have a cigarette habit. Enjoy it. I'm not here to save you from yourself. I'm here to tell you that vaping is harm reduction for people who smoke cigarettes. Pure and simple. That's it. Because that is empirically proven. That is scientific truth. So if these chuds on the internet want to sit and tell me that vaping sucks and that smoking's better, I'm not correcting anybody anymore. I'm going to encourage them to go smoke cigarettes. This is dark harm reduction. Dark harm reduction. Go smoke cigarettes, you dumb fuck. Sorry. I have no sympathy for you if you're going to be that willingly ignorant. Yeah, exactly. Were the 20 people in shape? How was their cardio? Any little thing would cause that. If any one of them drank coffee that morning, caffeine, well, that'll do it. If any of them were allergic to something floating in the air, oh yeah, that would probably do it too. Yeah, we're living in idiocracy. We're living in a post-truth, post-fact world where everybody can sort of just build this little reality around themselves and not ever hear any conflicting ideas, not ever hear any actual facts, you know? I still to this day have people telling me that the foreign country pays the tariff. You're not that dense, man. I know you're not. I know people aren't that dumb, but people will hear something and then they just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. And the thing that people do these days that I can't stand, and I'm going to get off my soapbox in a second, but if I'm looking for information, I search for what I imagine would get me to the solution, like to the root cause of it. I'm not looking just for confirmation, and too many people just search for confirmation. People will just get on the internet and search vaping causes cancer and then find other idiots that are wrong who also say vaping causes cancer and then point to that as some sort of evidence. You just searched for something that reinforces your worldview and then you're going to point to other wrong people as evidence? Get the fuck away from me. Get out of here. Stop it. Stop it. If you don't care an objective truth, then what are you even doing? What are you even doing? I don't know. Just looking for something to reinforce my shitty worldview that I already have. Okay, here's the last thing for real. Global view of tobacco harm reduction. Real people, real outcomes, global view of tobacco harm reduction. Let's give this a little refresh and see how many are in here. I think it's just 178 still. 193. Let's go. We need more. We need more. THR Global needs you. We need more. They need more. I say this like I have any affiliation with them. I don't really, other than I know Kurt. And Kurt from THR Global is a hell of a guy. So down for the cause, he makes me feel moderate sometimes, you know? He is dark harm reduction. I'm getting there, you know? I'm getting there. My new thing is just encouraging people to smoke cigarettes. I'm over it. Oh, yeah, I'd rather smoke cigarettes than vape. At least I wouldn't look like an idiot. Yeah, dude. I agree. You should definitely go smoke cigarettes. I heard that they're good for you. You should definitely go smoke them. Then in 5 years, when you have a hard time breathing and you have a hard time walking upstairs and in the middle of the night you start clutching your chest because you're coughing up crud, and sometimes even in the middle of the night, despite you coughing up crud, you've been awake too long, so you start craving a cigarette. So at 3 a.m, you go outside in your pajamas in the snow to smoke a cigarette. You're going to feel great about yourself. You should definitely go smoke some cigarettes. Please do. And then in 10 years, come back to me and ask me what my favorite pod is so you can quit. Listen, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just get a little too riled up these days, and I'm fine. I'm fine. Once I made the decision that I'm no longer correcting anybody, I'm not correcting wrong people, it's just a huge weight off my shoulders, you know? I'll get on the internet and I'll tell you all about science, and I'll encourage anybody who smokes cigarettes to switch to vaping, but I'm done correcting individuals. They deserve to be wrong. They deserve to be wrong. Yeah, enjoy not smelling or tasting anything. Enjoy all your food tasting like styrofoam. Enjoy it. Yeah, I'll correct the disinformation, but I'm not correcting people anymore. We're doing a UK vlog next week. UK vlog next week. Remind everybody. Tell your friends. UK vlog time next week. UK vlog time next week. Ivermectin-infused cigarettes cures diabetes. I hadn't heard that yet. Who told you that? Did Mel Gibson tell you that? Did Mel Gibson tell you that? You know, I always say actors know more about medicine. You know, that's what I've always said that. I've always thought, you know, that Noah Wiley, he could be a real doctor. I would listen to him. UK vlog time next week. Hell yeah. UK vlog time next week. The media is the enemy, and what's not the enemy is... How are we doing on time? Whoa! Running a little long. GrimmGreen reviews a vape thing that he's never even tried before. Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna do this because I have. I think there's maybe one or two new things in this. Maybe not. Maybe it'll just be a surprise. Okay. Let me hydrate real quick. Let me pause this. Let me hydrate with squid. It's been a second since we've hydrated with squid. We haven't hydrated the whole vlog. Ben, 404, Kaylee, raw hit. Ben, Leo, Marky boy, Stolen Time, Hotspot Josh, 404, Stolen Time, Lost World, Enoch, 404, Leo, JP Dooms, and Paul freaking Cole stay cloudy. But wait, there's a 404, there's a raw hit, there's a 404, there's a raw hit, there's a 404, there's a raw hit, there's a 404, there's a 404, there's a rice. There's a 404, there's a 404, there's a Miss Bagpipes, there's a Leo, there's a steak sandwich. Hell yeah, steak sandwich. And then, watch my debt, the unknown goat. 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 Steak sandwich. Watch my debt, the unknown goat. Optimus Prime. Cheers, you guys. Let's get some hydration in our bodies. You know, we don't want to be out of breath when we're competing with those non-vapors. Squid. Squad. I'm going to put a brand new freaking poll. Still oligarch mode. And here you go. It's the good old 1, 2, 3 or the mystery box. You know, there's a poll in the chat right now. 1, 2, 3 or the mystery box. I'm gonna have a vape while you do that. If you don't want beer, then you don't. Meow, meow, meow. Dude, Jeremy V, right? I haven't used that in ages. I think that's from 2013. Yeah. Some things get put up, 404. Some things get put up a few weeks in a row, like 4 or 5 weeks in a row, before I finally go, okay, you're going in the mystery box because people will vote for you then. No, listen, there's no hoodwinking this week. There's no hoodwinking. No hoodwinking going on. Not a one hoodwink is going to happen. Well, the mystery box can't be trusted. Or is it all a psyop? Have I made you believe that the mystery box can't be trusted? Oh, could be a psyop. Could be a psyop. You don't know. Pity vote for number 3. Listen, number 3 is actually doing pretty okay. I think the mystery box is creeping up. No hoodwinking. No hoodwinking this week. There is something in the mystery box. Although I think number 2, no one wants to see the big honker, huh? I can't imagine why you wouldn't want to see it. Can't imagine. Oh, it's coming down to 3 in the mystery box. These are some oligarchs battling it out. I can tell. I know when I've seen it. I've seen oligarchs, and those are some oligarchs right there. Honestly, I don't think we can trust any of those things, or that you have checked them ahead of time. That's a pretty good guess. That's pretty good. Pretty safe bet there, Steve-O. Pretty safe bet. All right, 10. Mystery box and number 3 are still battling it out. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh my God. 1, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 3, 1. Yay! The RTA took it. Boop. I'll send you off over there. The RTA did it. RTA! All right, well, here's the first thing I need to show you. See this little RTA right here? Look at this. Whoops. I just want to show you this. This is just so we can all be grossed out, okay? If you have an aversion to gross things inside of RDAs, feel free to look away however long you need to look away. I want to show you the grossest RDA I've ever opened. I was going through my retro vapes and I saw this little number and I went, oh yeah. What, are you kidding me? I know what that is. That's a purge. It's a purge RDA. And then I remembered, oh yeah, wait. Didn't Purge build all their RDAs out of brass on the inside? So isn't the inside of this RDA deck completely brass? And I went, I better have a look just to see. Jesus God. What is even happening? Yep, that's what you get with a brass deck. And just sitting in a box for probably 5 years. This RDA will never be able to be used again, ever. This RDA is donezo for the rest of its life. Maybe if I got in there with some real small, like, polishing tools, maybe some sandpaper tools, you could get in there, get some of that corrosion off of there. But just let this be a lesson to you. Don't just leave your copper or brass decks sitting around, because that's disgusting. That's why. That's so gross. That's so gross. That's so gross. And I just wanted to show everybody how gross that was. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. It's wildly disgusting. It's up for grabs. If anybody's after it. I agree, Steve-O. Brass decks, and honestly, gold-plated decks too. Gold-plated decks pissed me off. I was not in favor of using the gold plating on the Rebel. I don't even know what RTA this is, if I'm being honest. 3C. Nothing on that side. It says Blitz on the bottom. Designed by... Oh, no. It says designed by EH Pro and E-Siggity. Designed by EH Pro and E-Siggity. Will it fire? Oh, that's a good question. Would you want to try to? Just real quick, because we have time. Okay, hang on. We're going to switch from voting music to lo-fi chilled beats that are much nicer. It's reading a 0.25. Whoops. Just some noxious fumes coming off of it right now. That's okay. Let's turn the wattage up. It stinks. It stinks. Like I'm sitting here smelling it. It stinks. And plus, look at this janky. Yeah, dude. I can't believe that's glowing so evenly and nice. And just look at this janky coil I installed. That lead goes way over, like passes way over the top of it. Well, at least the top cap was anodized. Now. Is this an RDL? Where the hell is my airflow coming from? It is RDL. Okay, I have one airflow hole here. Feels like an RDL inhale. What the what? Okay, yeah, so obviously this is going to have to be round wire. Look at this deck. Can anybody get a what RTA is this? Can anybody pin down what RTA this is? Because I have no idea. We're going to do round wire. We're going to do probably 24 gauge. Probably gonna do 24 gauge again, but these are gonna have to be like 2 millimeter coils. 2.5 just seems huge, but we'll try it. We'll try 2.5 millimeters. Here, I don't know why I always forget to do this. Round wire. Ha. Boy, that takes me back. Still don't know what this RTA is. Steve Denny! Steve Denny! Hey, you're not late, Steve Denny. Yeah, a little dirty. You know, I cleaned it out a few weeks ago when I stuck it in here for retro vaping. I mean, honestly, it kind of only looks dirty under the camera. When I look at it with my bare naked eyes, it looks relatively, looks relatively clean. Wicking is, I think, going to be the most difficult part of this. Actually, no. I take that back. Wicking will probably be pretty easy. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. I guess I'm going to do the classic 24 gauge 7 wrap. So much wire, dude. This is a waste of wire. I used to do the same thing, though, you know, way back in the day with round wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In fact, in my super easy coil build video, and then I did the super easy fuse Claptons video. In those videos, I waste a shit ton of wire, and people gave me nothing but a hard time. Rightfully so. Dicky Mo? Whoops. Dicky Mo? Okay. Okay. 2 quick Dicky Mo's. And then I guess it's gonna go like this. Old, you know, here's the thing. Old RDAs, I'm cool with building them because it's hard to mess up, you know, an old RDA. Old RTAs, that's a whole other thing. That is a whole other thing. I couldn't get Kent out of retirement. It's not real. It's not real life. He's so far removed from vaping these days. We haven't chit-chatted about vaping or the industry or anything in, I mean, a really long time. This is the single most claustrophobic deck in existence, I think. That's insane. Let me show you on this side when I get it in. I'm gonna do it too tight, you know, because huh? Not bad. Might lower that just a hair. Pow! God, what a good looking coil. Excellent. These are elite building skills. Still don't know what this RTA is called. Still don't know. What did e-Siggity and EH Pro make together? I need a historian. I need some sort of vape historian. He's still 404. He still uses mountains of nicotine, but he is strictly pouches now. Strictly pouches. And he still uses the same amount of nicotine. Same amount. It's also, this is one of the dirtiest decks? You think this is one of the dirtiest decks? I mean, there's like a little crud right there, I guess. There's a little crud right there, I guess. Yeah, that side is dirty-ish. You know, you can't see that when you're not up on it with a camera, though. Like, if I'm just looking at it, it looks fine to me. Well, maybe it is one of the dirtiest decks I've ever done. I mean, wasn't there really dirty decks though? Like, wasn't there some horrifically bad dirty decks though?
Yeah, see, I'm going to have to pre-clip this lead. So there's going to be some eyeballing happening. I promise when I get this, I'm going to eyeball this. Nailed it. Dickie Mo! Yes. Success. I'm wary of these screws because they feel as though if I tighten them too far down, they're gonna just snip my leads for me. Oh, that felt like it came really close. We got two good-looking dual coils right here. Dig him up. Bep. Ba-da-bep. Damn, I'm sweating about getting to know GrimmGreen. I haven't even thought about it. I haven't even picked anything out yet. That's a good looking install. This is the Billow V2. The Billow V2. Ern's telling me it's the Billow V2. 33 wraps, Billow V2. Why on earth did I open Photoshop? I don't know. Sometimes I don't have any brains. Mm-mm-mm. 10 years ago. 10-year-old RTA rather. Do I even need to tell you whose video we clicked on? Oh, I'm sorry. This looked like a Rip Trippers video. Down, 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 down. The Billow V2. Okay, so this came out 10 years ago, 2016. It's like... Sometimes DuckDuckGo sucks so bad. Yeah, okay. This is who I was looking for. Rip Trippers!
RTA for you, and it's called the Billow version 2. Okay, I reviewed the Billow version 1 a while ago. This compared to that, it's better. It's better all across the board. Quality control blows it away in my opinion. Airflow, you get more airflow. They drop the shaft. This is a dual coil RTA, by the way, and the build I have in here right now is a 0.4 ohm build. I'm vaping on this EVIC VT, and I'm only vaping.
Ooh, I even have an old mod that we can use.
I've got the airflow halfway open on each side.
Halfway open? I don't know that this has an adjustable airflow.
Better than the V1, a lot better in my opinion. Okay, what I love about this is I can vape with 25 watts, like I just mentioned. 25 watts with a 0.4 ohm build? Are you kidding me? The vape.
25 watts with a 0.4 ohm build? Are you kidding me? I feel like 24 watts with a 0.4 ohm build is kind of weak sticks, bro. Are you kidding me? But listen, this was 11 years ago. 11 years ago, it was a whole other vape world, you know?
Exactly. All we were concerned about was chucking tits. Woo! Okay, maybe that is a bit much. It's round wire, you know? So it's gonna be perfect. It's beautiful, Clark. Both sides? Are both sides beautiful, Clark? Right over the airflow. Vintage. This is true retro vapings. Now, I believe, does this have to be filled from the bottom, right? Or, I should have watched Rip's whole video. I didn't see how he filled it. There's a screw on the bottom. And I think it does fill through that screw. Am I wrong? I think it fills through the screw. Okay. Well, if we cross that bridge and we get there and it just ruins everything, then I'll know that I was wrong. But I think it does fill through the screw. Rip! The hell? Because I think it goes right there to that little hole. That looks like right. That looks like it's right.
Should we get some Mav, bro? Should we get some Mav, bro? No. I think we're just going to use some From the Hood cotton. You know that Kaz, he's from the hood. Old Kaz. Old Kaz. Yeah, 404. Bottom fill tanks. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Let's keep listening to Rip.
Paper production, you saw it. Dense. The flavor is dense. Warm flavor at 25 watts with a 0.4 ohm build. Whoa! But also another thing that I love is since I'm able to vape at lower wattages and get a kick-ass vape, my battery life is insane. I'm killing two birds with one stone. Yeah, love it. She holds 5 mils of juice, and 5 mils of juice for an RTA is a lot. But back to the adjustable airflow, you have this adjustable airflow ring down here at the base. You'll see in the close-ups, but that adjustable airflow ring has the perfect amount of
doesn't have an
restricting
adjustable
it. Okay,
airflow.
like you saw me vaping it earlier. Okay, I mentioned the airflow is.
I think this might be the
halfway open on each
V1.
side. What I'm going to go ahead and do is take her up 5
I think I might
watts,
have the
take her up
V1
5
here.
watts, and I'm going to open up the airflow on both sides.
Cotton
wide
pads.
open.
Dude, I used to love cotton pads. Don't say anything bad about cotton pads.
Quiet as a cat. The reason why I said that is because a lot of these tanks, when you take them wide open or you close them off a little bit, they start to whistle. This one is quiet, man. You can't even hear it. Filling this device is easy peasy. What a sleazy. Okay, you just take the tank off. Once you take the tank off, you turn her upside down. Like a lot of these other tanks, these sub-ohm tanks out there, it's just like them. And then you just fill them up, pop it back on there. No more filling from the bottom with a screw, popping the screw in there like the V1. No more of that crap. No more of this waiting.
I think
for
I have
tank
the
to
V1.
completely empty out so you can take the tank apart and switch out your cotton and coil. Yeah, buddy. I've had 0 wicking issues for this device.
Sorry, I'm trying to make you listen to. I think this is the V1. The cotton, it's just gonna get cut the shortest that it can because there's nowhere for it to go. Right?
kind of just sits. And that's it. Okay, perfect. It just cuts and sits. That's it. Cuts and sits. Cuts and sits. All right. I think I'm going to have to do some fancy, like glue the wicks to the deck with the liquid trick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the V2 or the V1 because that's the V2 and that has an adjustable airflow and this has just holes. Top hep section is about 23 millimeters. Here's the thing. Rip used to do rad videos. This is the V1. Okay, thank you, Ern. Yeah. I thought this was the V1. I thought this was the V1. The Cotton Miser? Cotton Miser. Yeah, I'm going to need to... I'm either going to do the frames... or we're going to have to trim these down a little bit. Let's do liquid first. Part of me wants to do 6, but we're just going to do 3 just because 3... I'll grab some Cloud Nerds. What did I have the... Is this the Dark Berry Cream? This is the Dark Berry Cream. I think that's the Dark Berry Cream. Didn't I have Dark Berry... No, okay, fuck that. We're going to go with Dark Berry Cream. I don't know if I even have Dark Berry Cream in anything right now, but we're going to go with it. And then I'll use the wet wicks to stick them to the deck a little bit. Then we'll put the cap on. This is the single most claustrophobic deck that I've ever experienced. Oh my god. And so you have to... Okay. I just closed my eyes and just went for it. I closed it all down. Some juice squeaked out the bottom. But that's it. I think that's the that. I think that's the that. Oh, Rip still going? Hang on, Rip. Come back. We'll come back. It's okay. I'll give you the view. Rip. But what I have that we might be able to run this on, if I can remember how it works. You ever heard of the eVic?
We're going to run this on an EVIC. Hey, there it is. Yep, power on. No atomizer found. Okay, well, let's see if this works. Oh, it's volts. Okay, yeah, we're going to run this at like 3.6. 3.4 volts? Oh, it's giving me an atomizer short. Oh, man. I can't run it on the EVIC. Let's see if it still gives me an atomizer short on... Fine. Little surprises around every corner, but nothing dangerous. I'm going to make sure it fires before I... ProVary just went under. They went out. They went down. They went dead. Yep. Okay, it's going to read it. 0.3 at 14 watts. Are you kidding me? 0.3 at 14. What? Suck. Truly and honestly, my unpopular opinion is I was sad to see Rip leave vaping. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, that is how you feel it. That's kind of sick, actually. What a crazy capacity, too. Would it be annoying in 2026 to have a screw on the bottom fill for a RTA? I feel like I could bring this back. Yeah, could you imagine doing that with a glass dripper bottle? Nope. I mean, yep, because I did. There was years, well, not years. It was more like months. Well, not even months. It was more like weeks. Weeks. Where that's exactly kind of what you were doing. Everything was in glass dripper bottles because everybody was dripping RDAs, and then RTAs started getting popular. Yes, the Bilova 1. I'm assuming that the liquid is getting to the cotton. Just assuming. We're going to have to get something out to run on this EVIC. I've had this EVIC sitting in my closet. I thought today was the night I was finally going to get to use it. I look for an excuse to use this EVIC like every night of the week. We'll come back to you, EVIC. Now, if I could please get a drip tip. Drip tip. Something like this. Too weird? Too tall? Yeah. I know. Ooh, where did you come from? That's cool as shit. Where did that come from? Billo V1 Boxer Classic DNA 100C Super Dorky Drip Tip. I can't believe we're going to put a 0.3 at 25 watts. Oh my God. He is broken in half. Okay.
23 watts, dude. We're going to go for it. Okay, let's try just 20 watts. You know, Rip scared me a little bit. The airflow's smooth. May be a little bit whistly, like a hair whistly. No, it's not flooded at all. Let's hit it. 20 watts. Watch out, Rip. Coming for you. Here's the thing. I could do without the little whistling. But otherwise, I don't know what it is about tall tanks that I really like. I've always liked that tall tank look. Even on top of like goofy hexohms, and it looks really tall. You can hear the whistle. The flavor is legitimately good. This dark berry cream, the dark cream that Twisted Timmy does now. Yeah, dark berry cream. Fire. Little whistle. And it's a literal dog whistle. Yeah, exactly, Robo. It's a literal dog whistle. It only depends on the velocity of my drag, though. Flavor, good. Airflow, feels good. Sounds a little bit whistly. The deck, wildly claustrophobic. 2.5 millimeter, 24 gauge 7-wrap round wire is in there. I had to trim the cotton down as close as it could possibly go and stick this on, and you can't like fit it before you put the glass on. You have to put the glass and the chimney on like at the same time. It's an old RTA, you know. I'm not expecting like modern bells and whistles on stuff. It's not even a top fill, but it's a little bit involved. Whistles even more than the RDA for vaping V2. I can't vape that. This is a pretty intense whistle. Old school, yeah, Tokugawa, old school kettle whistle. But it vapes like shockingly good. Yep. It's the velocity of your draw. I can find that one little sweet spot where it whistles. One little sweet spot. Your cat's... Oh, my cat started barking. Oh, sure. It doesn't... Optimus Prime. Well, it has the whistles. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles, just the whistles. But look, there's bubbles happening. Hey. Buble. Honestly, the flavor on this is good. The airflow on this, if it didn't whistle, was so good. Yeah, the chamfer on this airflow is rough. Rough. A 0.3 at 30 watts? Are you kidding me? What? Delightful. You know, here's the billow. This could go on the Proxima, and it would fit so well on there. I want to put it on the Proxima a little bit. I'm going to keep vaping this despite that whistle. It is a wild whistle. It is really high-pitched. Billow. Does anybody have a billow? Trevor, you said you have a billow. Let's build it. Build it. Your dog came and attacked you? Sorry. I'll stop vaping it now. Just kidding. Get him. Get him. No, here's what I'm going to do with this. Someone's going to get it. Someone in the yo-yo is going to get to experience the joy of the whistle. If I drag hard, it kind of goes away. There's just one little velocity spot where the whistle just comes to life, just springs to life. The billow. Let's go. Punishment boosh. Yeah. I mean, kind of a little bit of a punishment, but hey, you never know. Someone could love it. You wasted 10,000. Well, Corporate Jason, that's the life of an oligarch, I guess. I'm sure Elon Musk is sitting around going, I spent $10 million on this shit. I spent $20 million against Thomas Massey. No, that's not true. I can't say that Elon Musk did that, but it seems like something he would do. Anyway, hell yeah. Good retro vaping. I don't even care about the whistle. You can't even get mad at the whistle. And see, if I drag really hard, it goes away and only sort of appears at the very beginning and very end. Yeah, okay, yeah, Steve-O, that's true. You're probably correct. The man has no convictions anyway. He probably doesn't care about anything. The man's a nihilist. The nihilist. Going straight from a retro right into... Ah! Yep. I made it. Clucking the chowds. I made it. Clucking the chowds. Clucking the chowds. Clucking the chowds. That last one was fake. All right, I have a few packages here. Yeah, some... All right. See, here's the thing. I have the order that I'm going to open these packages in. I have the order because I think one of them... In fact, I know what's in one of them. So we're just going to go for it. Real styrofoam? Wow. I feel like it's a relic. I feel like I just opened a time capsule. Real styrofoam? He's a nihilist? Oh, yeah. Well, he is. He certainly does love those nationalist socialists. Let's see what else is in here. Whoa. Oh. This is cool. All this mail is going to be cool tonight. I can sense it. What? Oh, just something from Sturdy Manufacturing. It's no big deal. Just some peak drip tips. Please give away. Patreon giveaway. Look at that. Joe Sturdy. Thinking of you guys. Joe Sturdy thinking of the yo-yoys. Look at these. You're going to get some... We're going to... Peak drip tips. They're peak. I'm not going to open this one. There's one in the bag that I'm going to open and use. I'm going to use. Yeah. Listen, VSR, I could easily get on a soapbox about oligarchs. Look at this little drip tip. That is a slick little drip tip. Does it... Oh, it's just O-rings. We're going to use this drip tip. Okay, we're not going to use this drip tip right now. But shout out to Joe. Oh, there's replacement O-rings in the little drip tip packaging? Joe Sturdy. You think of everything, Joe Sturdy. Look how individually... Look at the individually packaged drip tips. Joe Sturdy. GrimmGreen, a smiley face. Yeah, Joe Sturdy rules. I can't say anything bad about Joe Sturdy. You're not allowed to, I don't think. I don't know exactly what's in here, though. TIV DC ACC. Oh. Whoa. That's cool. It's just the one Orion. It's just the one Orion in beautiful blue titanium. That looks so rad. That is so rad. Then that means that this one is just straight up titanium. Oh, it's Trevor. It's Trevor Core. Hell yeah. The one Orion. Finally got it in Trevor. Damn. I don't know what I want to use. I don't know which one I want to use. I don't know. The titanium one is so sick. But nothing. See, here's the problem is I need new panels for my Orion. Because I have these like, blood vomit panels that I like. It looks like a GWAR album cover, and I love that. But if I'm going to rock a titanium in here, or the matte, or the black, I'm going to need new panels. Damn! Peak drip tip. Damn it. Okay, well... First world problems. It's a small problem to have is that I have a cool new titanium Joe Sturdy 1 RBA. And then I don't have matching panels. Oh no. I don't have matching panels for it. But we might build up that titanium one on Tuesday. I don't know. This one's just going so good. Yeah, Clown Murder. It just looks like blood to me, like blood vomit. It's like barf. It's like barf with blood. Like it looks like a GWAR song. I like it. The logos are UV reactive too. They glow in the dark on there, and I think that looks cool. I mean, I have like standard issue dumb wooden Orion panels, but I'm gonna need some new Orion panels. It's gutter slime. Oh! That is a perfect description of this. Gutter slime. It's gutter slime. Yeah, Orion and Orion 2 still around. Still use them with coil heads. Orion makes an RBA. LVE makes an RBA. Joe Sturdy makes the superior RBA, in my opinion. I like these more than billet boxes. I like those more than a lot of stuff. I love those things. Chicken wire panels? I'll take them. Okay, then we're going to open this one. This is from... Oh, Mark. Marky Mark. Marky Mark. Does Matt Bennett make panels still for the Sturdy one? I want those. I want that. Does he still? It looks like the worst GWAR album. Listen, I still hold a special place in my heart for We Kill Everything, but it is the worst. What you send? What are you sending over here, Marky boy? Get out of here. Hi, and Yo Nick. I'm sorry you were having a bit of a tough time at the moment. You deserve better. Mark, thank you. I thought I would send you a little something. This is the MDO1 from GD Mods. It has 2 midsections. One is MTL and the other is fitted is RDL. I got it secondhand, so please excuse the state of the tin. Don't even trip. I think it does MTL and RDL well with no air pins. The deck pulls out from the tank and lines up with 2. One on the deck, the other. Oh, by the body of the tank. Okay. Sending much love to you, Pickles, and those beautiful dogs. Mark, dude, Mark, thank you. Mark, for real, thank you. I love this. Thank you. It's one of these things, I don't even know what it is. But you just sent me this of your own volition. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I've never heard of this before. The deck pulls out of the bottom. Okay, I see. Yeah, there's 2 midsections, so this is the RDL. Oh, it's a gravity feedy guy. Okay, adjustable airflow. Sick. I'm assuming maybe I can pull the deck out of there. All right. Hell yeah, Mark. And I love this drip tip, dude. Is that like perma tip in there? That's like the permanent tip of the RTA. Pow. Thank you, Mark. I'm stoked to build this. GD Mods MD01. Can you believe the state of this tin? Look how dirty it is. I can't believe Mark would send me something. Yeah, it's a little gravity feedy guy. It looks pretty. It honestly looks and like feels a little Atmazoo-ish. You know, I don't think it's going to be quite as puzzle box, but it does have that like, I don't know, Atmazoo sort of feel and weight to it. Threading kind of feels Atmazoo-ish. It looks like the air or something like that. Very Danny friendly looking. Yes, that's a good call, 33 reps. Very Danny looking. Very Danny friendly. Hell yeah, Mark. Dude, thank you, Mark. Let's put this all back together. I like that tonight's vlog is just a preview for the vape fiddle. That's going to go on the fiddle. That's going to go on the fiddle. And this will go on ye old fiddle. Because not bad. It's here. It's here. Reload Vapor. The Draco. 'Tis the Draco. The Draco RDA. Also will be getting built on Tuesday. There it is. It's interesting seeing it in real life. I've only seen it on Instagram. Let's get real up close. Huh? A big box of Voopoo glass. I'm going to start selling those on the merch store. Voopoo glasses. 4 holes. I'm not exactly sure how those go in and out of there. Let me get some 510 threading here real quick. Look at this deck. Serenity now. Okay. And Serenity now. Hey. Hey, good looking deck. It looks like four little tiny houses. Reduced chamber. Airflow kind of comes in. These are just O-rings. Boop. So those boop in and out. Stainless with the blue. And I guess this is to, you know, I could knock this down to one hole on each side for a little bit more restricty of a draw. And it lines up right there. And like little eyeballs. O-rings. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. You know? We'll see. It goes like this. Am I doing this wrong? Whoa. It's just got wildly strong O-rings right now because they're brand new and dry. Okay, so I got one stainless. I'm pretty sure the other one is going to be the matte black. And I got a bunch of colors of airflows. Red, golden. And I'm assuming this is the... Oh, good. Oh. Nope, that's the stainless. And that means this one is hopefully the matte black, the Trevor. Yeah. There's a black one. I don't know which one I want to do. I don't know which one I want to keep for myself and which one I want to don't. I'm leaning towards the stainless. I'm really fascinated by this RDA. I don't know, man. I'm sketched out on that airflow. It seems like a lot. I'm most likely going to end up knocking that down to one hole, but then you kind of lose the blue hole effect. Yeah, they're different sizes. You know, right, Drip Theory? Replacing 4 O-ringed airflow inserts. Yeah. Individual airflows. Yeah. That kind of seems, you know, and it came with all of these. They are all labeled, though. Oh, but this doesn't reseal? Oh, good. Okay, it does. Whew. They are all labeled, though. So you have to find 4 2mm ones, you know. And then 4 2.5mm ones. And I mean, I guess you could, you know, make one hole 2mm, make the other hole 2.5 on both sides, but swap them so that the left one is 2mm and the right one's 2.5. But on the other side, the left one is 2.5 and the right one's 2mm. That could be dumb. That could be a dumb thing. You know, this is the only part that I'm like, eep. Maybe if this was my only RDA and I could easily keep track of lots of tiny little things. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not that big of a deal. You just put it in the... Keep it in the box. Stoked. Honestly, stoked. Looking forward to trying those out. Everything tonight, everything that arrived tonight will be getting built on Tuesday. Every single thing that arrived tonight will be getting built on Tuesday. Maybe not the titanium, maybe not the Joe Sturdy stuff. I'm really very satisfied with this right now. I don't have another Orion to build with. I got one, and I like it so much right now. Yeah, I agree, Drip Theory. I agree. It looks really cool. And it's, you know, it's a fairly unique way to do airflow it's got a good look to it. I even like the little crown at the top, sort of breaks it up a little bit. It's got a 2-post, that flat, postless deck. It's it feels pretty smooth. That feels legitimately smooth. My lips, or as, what did Jay's call them? Jammies. My lips definitely touch the crown castle walls at the top. There's no way to not touch your lips against that. And if that's going to upset people that your lips are touching this, I don't know what to tell you, because it's like impossible to take a drag without just mouthing this whole thing. Mouthing it like this. It does kind of look like the Iron Giant. Oh, Iron Giant. What a great movie. What a sad movie. It does kind of look like the Iron Giant. It's kind of ugly. I kind of like it. They always include too small of a stock drip tip. Reload does like this, the slam caps. Maybe with a slightly taller drip tip, you might lose the aesthetic of it, but your lips are going to be much farther away from the little machined out gears in there. It's real twisted messy to do that, I think. It's an 810. It's an 810. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, see, that even looks kind of sick. Blue with blue? I mean, that's already coming together. Already. I don't have a blue mod to put this on other than the USB ARC. But, yeah, even like this big drip tip, lips, no worries. No worries on the lips. I can't believe how well that matches, though. This drip tip is the drip tip that's going to get used with it. Doesn't quite seat all the way down, but it's damn close. I think that looks good. Yeah, I like the idea of it until my mustache gets sopping wet because it's so low pro. The low pro drip tips is one of the trends in vaping that I could never get on board with. DHD used to send me chop tops like crazy. And I'm always telling her, guys, I need taller drip tips. Give me a tall ass drip tip. The taller the better. I'll take it. I love it. All right, look at that. Look at that damn hell ass good vape mail. Huh? Stoked. Stoked for that stuff. Stoked for Tuesday now? The fiddle? Are you kidding me? 0.3 at 35? Why are you kidding me? Cheers. Just sip it. All right. Hell out of here. We're done with mail, but that was good mail. Nub life. Nub tips. Nub tips were the best drip tips. Seamus, that would look so good on my blue clutch. Maybe I'm going to have to buy a blue clutch. I'm trying to think of any blue mods that I have in my possession. It could work with gunmetal too, if I had a gunmetal. I got that USB ARC. That's the only blue mod I can think of that I have. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I got a bluish purple series box, but that's more purple, I guess. Blue is just something I never had any blue mods. You put it on your mom's box. Yeah. This is the only one. This is the only one that it'll work with. It's gonna look great. It's gonna look awesome. But I kind of wish I had something else that's blue other than a blue USB ARC. I like these devices so much. When they came out, That's probably fine, right? Just something rattling around in there. That's fine. Blues never... Dude, nothing ever matches in vaping. Nothing ever matches in vaping. That's why the matchy-matchy game, you know, once upon a time was so impressive, because it was difficult to get the same shade of anything, like on your drip tip. Favorite thing is matching the drip tip to the mod, though, you know, because like this can be stainless, but as long as the drip tip kind of fits the vibe of the mod, then we're good. Like, I consider that matchy, even though it's not precise, you know, everything's matchy. I still consider that matchy, you know? I'm trying to think of on my desk if I have any other examples of matchy, not matchy, but that's kind of it. It's not quite matchy, but that's my favorite thing. And it was so difficult. It used to be so difficult to pair, to get a drip tip that matched the color of your mod, or get a drip tip that matched the color of your RDA. You know, I remember having a green goon, and I was at, you know, Jess's booth at at a show, and I'm just going through all these drip tips, and every green drip tip, I'm just like holding it up, like, no, maybe, no, maybe, no, every tip. Every drip tip. Can you imagine the privilege I had? Just walking up to the DHD booth and be like, I'm going to take as many drip tips as I want. She's like, okay. No. Man, I had vape privilege. Let me tell you. Vape privilege. I think that's all. That's all the mail. Dude, that's enough. That's good mail. That is damn hell-ass good mail. That's some of the best. That's some of the damnest hell-ass mail that's ever been hell-ass, if you ask me. All right. Well, that brings us... Dude, we're kind of winding this down a little bit, you know? Drip tip was even full stainless. Yeah, dysentery, you know, and that's the thing, too, is like... Sometimes stainless stuff doesn't even match other stainless stuff, you know? Gator Bore, yeah, big fan. He spun me up some drip tips at an ECC one time. He brought the whole thing and was just making drip tips, like with the whole lathe and everything. He traveled to California with it and was rocking out drip tips. It was awesome. It was awesome. That was a sick-ass fucking mail segment, wasn't it? Bell! In fact, let's sing some happy birthday. You know? Let's sing some happy birthday. What would you like to sing happy birthday to the birthday people? Look, I'm just a big fan of birthdays, and I think if it's your birthday, then you should get to be stoked, and you should get to be stoked on and around your birthday. So I want to sing you happy birthday. I have Kaylee, and I have Zach. No, I have Leah, and I have Zach, and I don't know who they are, but I also have Papa Dell. Papa Dell. Not trying to bring up any bad memories. We're celebrating this. This is Papa Dell's birthday. If you don't have anything for getting to know GrimmGreen, I have something in Ernst Aguirre Bands that's not a band and everyone will love, even Steve-O. Okay, we'll do a combination. I'll do that and I'll do a getting to know GrimmGreen. And I'll do a getting to know GrimmGreen. How about that? We'll do both. Hell yeah, Ern. Hell yeah. Is there any other birthdays in the chat? Is there any other birthdays in the chat? Speak now or forever hold your peace. My birthday's today? Breeze Tones, is your birthday's today? Breeze Tones, don't mess with me. Is your birthday today? K-Man? It's your birthday, K-Man? Hell yeah, K-Man. Even if it's not, dude, I'll sing you happy birthday. It really is Edom's birthday. Oh, Breeze Tones. Hell yeah, dude. Happy birthday. It's A.O. Pick's birthday? A.O. River? A.O. Pick. Chat was moving too fast. Is it Michelle Lynn's birthday? Is it? Will, you know what? I'm writing it down. I don't even know. I don't know if Michelle Lynn still dips into the streams at all. I don't know if Michelle Lynn is connected to the vape space at all anymore, but I miss Michelle Lynn, and we're going to sing happy birthday to Michelle Lynn just because it feels like old times, you know? It feels like classic antics, classic shenanigans. Okay, ready? Wait, I'm going to cue this up. Wait! Okay. Okay. It's queued up. If everybody in the chat tonight with me here tonight, hi. Would you like to sing happy birthday? Because I would. To all these people. So let's do it. And if you sing with me, it makes me feel a little bit less awkward. She's still your partner in crime? Okay. Yeah, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Finn? Did we sing to Finn? We'll sing to Finn. I think we sang to Lee, but I'll throw Lee in there again. I don't even care. I'm stoked that she's still your partner in crime. That makes me happy. It makes me happy when, I don't know, people from the vape space leave, but you still keep, someone's still keeping in contact with them. It's like, oh no, it's like Kent. I feel that way about Kent. Like Kent's gone from the vape space, but I still talk to him a couple times a week, And so it's like, I don't know, Kent's still around, everybody. Kent still rules. He's just not in vaping anymore, but Kent is still the same old Kent, Kent still Kent. Anyway, and a 1 and a 2 and a please sing along. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, more specifically to them. Happy birthday, Papa Del, a.k.a. Chris, a.k.a. Papa Bell, a.k.a. the real one. Happy birthday. Also Leah and Zach, and also K-Man and A.O. Pick. Did you hear about happy birthday, Finn and Lee and Adam Breeze Tires and Michelle Lynn? Happy birthday to you. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. You know what to do. You skip around the room.
Skip around the fucking room. Skip around the fucking room. Skip around the fucking room.
Skip around the mother truckin' room. Yeah, you didn't know. It was Michelle Lynn. He Breeze Tarns. Skip around the room. Happy birthday, people. Happy mother truckin' happy freaking birthday. Love it. Embrace it. Savor it. You get to do whatever you want. On my next birthday, when I turn 50 years old, I feel like I should have some sort of big party, but I probably won't. I'll probably just go to IKEA and eat meatballs because I love IKEA meatballs, and I can't think of any other place I'd rather be on my birthday than in an IKEA cafeteria eating meatballs because they're just delicious. I would eat IKEA meatballs at ground zero of a nuclear bomb. I would eat IKEA meatballs neck deep in shit. I love them so much. I would eat IKEA meatballs at the end of the world, I would eat IKEA meatballs if someone said, you can eat as many IKEA meatballs as you want, but the whole time you have to listen to Sleep Token. I'd say, God, really? Okay, I would eventually would say yes. Eventually, I would say yes, but that would be a tough one. That'd be a tough one. That would be a really tough one. What we're gonna do right now is a very, very super hyper, wildly random liquid tasting. One of the most liquid tastings. One of the most random liquid tastings that have ever been random. Ultra. We're going to call this an ultra random. Okay. Let me get these out so you guys can't see them. There's a few new ones tonight. I'm going to rotate some things in and out, you know. There is a tobacco. And don't even know what this is called. Yep. And okay. Oligarch mode, it's on. It's going to be a little bit more pricey because it's a liquid tasting, and I don't know why I do that. I just do. Okay, this is the order. There's a poll in the chat. You can vote if you'd like to. I appreciate you doing it. Let me give you some voting music. Toscano Reserve. This looks as though it is a pipe tobacco, so that's going to be the first one. Contra is a peanut butter. FDH is a blackberry lemonade. I'm just thinking of summertime. We have a dark bottle or a dark liquid in a clear bottle. This is Dark Luna. 0 milligram from Indonesia. Might not even put any nic in that. And then lastly, we're overdue for a Lady Liberty. This is Guava Cream Cheese Danish. Guava Cream Cheese Danish. We're even vaping this on a retro setup tonight. We're vaping this on round wire tonight, you guys. Round wire. I don't have any getting no GrimmGreens. Just found a getting to know GrimmGreen. Let's check in on this. Contra. I don't know why I'm so surprised by that, but Contra Guava Cream Cheese Danish, battling it out. In fact, I need to look on my Spotify. I actually don't know if I've ever done this. I don't think I have. 5, 4, 1, 2, Contra, peanut butter. Peanut butter. Smell you later. Smell you later. Smell you later. Oh no, you're staying. Smell you later. Smell you later. Contra. Peanut butter. Contra. Shouldn't Contra taste like ammo or something? Wait till you see this retro setup. Dude, you don't even know. Look at this retro setup. Dude, are you kidding me? Look at this. 22 millimeter mech. Whew, so small. So skinny. It's an anarchist mech with the old magnetic buttons. And I'm all crudded up here. Really? And a Manco Shorty on top. Yep. With round wire on the inside. It's just a round wire kind of nut. Kind of nut. I said round wire kind of nut, and that was incorrect. I should have said round wire kind of night. It could be a round wire kind of nut. I don't know what that would feel like, but let's try this peanut butter. It's just called peanut butter. It's not called anything, you know, it's not peanut butter cream. It's not peanut butter cake. It's not peanut butter nothing. It's just called peanut butter. Fix these. We didn't go over the edge. Whoops. Yeah, okay, now we did. Got cocky, man. Hey, kid, don't get cocky. Yeah, that was me. Bring me back to these days of vaping, honestly. Get rid of temperature control, get rid of Claptons, get rid of Aliens, get rid of Crackle, get rid of Boro. Give me 22 millimeter mechs and round wire RDAs. If this will fire. Okay, well, first sign that something's not right. Wow. It's actually not firing. Maybe the battery's dead. Okay. It's barely firing, but it is firing. Wow. Wow. Okay. It's a little hit and miss. It's a little hit and miss there. I don't know if I'm going to like this. I can smell coffee in it. I can smell coffee. Oh, Joe Sturdy, peak tip on top. Get out of here. That looks great. Whoops. You might hear rain sounds. Let's see. I need to find my I don't. Oh no, we did this already. Damn it, I thought I had a good getting to know GrimmGreen. Okay, I got another one picked out, don't worry. Dang, this playlist is long. What was the last thing we added to this? Kendrick Lamar? Was Not Like Us really the last song I put on here? Okay. Well, you're about to have some Christian heavy metal shoved up your sinning ass. Yeah. Okay. Try to spend some time with this. I'll be right back to discuss the flavor characteristics. Okay. Here's the thing. Contra. Peanut butter. I don't think I like this liquid, and that bums me out. You know, I usually go for a nice peanut butter. I like a good peanut butter. I love me some Twisted Timmy's peanut butter. I loved me some, the Adam Breeze Tones peanut butter. I've liked peanut butters in the past, but this is a peanut butter that I cannot get on board with. Off the knuckle, It's so creamy, sweet peanut butter. Yeah. I don't know how it goes from that to this. It feels like I'm vaping two different liquids. That off the knuckle tastes like the filling from like a peanut butter cookie, like peanut butter frosting almost. And this off the vape, which I swapped it to the glass mech, by the way. 22 millimeter good old fashioned glass mech. This is the best locking mech switch that has ever existed. Ever. I mean, ever in my whole life. But it's so delicious on the vape or on the knuckle, but then the vape's like gross. It's legitimately gross. It tastes like coffee grounds or something. It tastes like dry coffee grounds. There's a little bit of like peanut butter characteristic to it, but it mostly just tastes like coffee grounds. Could be the topper. I mean, the Mako Shorty, even with round wire, has never been nothing but a flavor banger. Yeah, it's true. They can't all be winners. And just because a peanut butter isn't a peanut butter for me doesn't mean it's a peanut butter for nobody. I get a little bit of like peanut butter characteristic to this, but I was kind of expecting, I don't know, sweet, creamy peanut butter like the way it is on the knuckle. But for some reason, when it gets in here, I taste coffee. I taste coffee. I taste coffee. It tastes like coffee grounds and peanut butter. Yeah, they all can't be Atomic Peanut Puff. It's not bad. Tasting it too well on the sturdy tip, or you used Canthal after a long run of NI80? The problem is I might have been using a long run of Canthal still. Here, I'll put a shorter drip tip on it. I'll put this little peak guy on there. Yeah, it's like butterscotchy peanut butter. The liquid tastes like butterscotchy peanut butter, but for some reason, in the vape, it's like it's coffee-ish and not a good coffee. What is it with liquids that do that? I've had plenty of liquids that do that too. It's kind of just okay. It's sweet. There's a little bit of peanut buttery to it, but man, coffee. I get strong coffee from this. I might pass on this. I might pass on this peanut butter. And I'm gonna send this peanut butter to someone, and they're gonna taste it and go, "You're crazy." And I go, "I know. I know. I think it's not a great peanut butter. Someone else might love it, but it tastes like coffee to me. It tastes like coffee peanut butter." Both coil spill liquids I did. Yeah, knuckled great, vaped like ass. What is that? Why do some things knuckle amazing, and then honestly, other things knuckle awful, and then vape amazing? Amazing. Tried at different wattages? Hang on. We're going to do this. Yeah. Let's get to know GrimmGreen. Oh, I locked it. I was never a big fan of Jam Monster, no. A lot of it is after having Twisted Timmy's peanut butter. Other peanut butters aren't gonna Butterbrickle. Is it Butterbrickle? Does it taste like Butterbrickle? You guys have Butterbrickle here. Well, here we are at the end. We're not going to do Instagram bans tonight. We're going to take a night off of Instagram bans. And we're just going to talk about some kick-ass music that I love. It's getting to know GrimmGreen. Let's get to know me. We haven't done the getting to know GrimmGreen in so long that the bumper doesn't work anymore. The bumper straight up does not work. What the hell? That's how we might have to do that bumper from now on. But listen, getting to know GrimmGreen. I've got a Spotify playlist that's been going on for a few years. I think it's on Apple Music too. I'm not sure. If it's not, I'll transfer it over to Apple Music tonight, and I'll put some links in the description. But I have a Spotify playlist that has been, collecting songs for... I don't even know how long this has been going on. 137 songs. It's almost 9 hours of music. And it's everything from In Flames, Warren Zevon, Fu Manchu, Creator, Kiss, Sepultura, Clutch, Rainbow, Witchcraft, Mastodon, Megadeth, Weight of the Tide, The Cancer Bats, a lot of Metallica. There's some Death, Blink-182, Iron Maiden, Corrosion Conformity, GWAR. It's basically all the bands that I love and that I have always loved and hold a special, deep, special significance to me, or are overly sentimental to me. I don't know if anybody has actually, I don't know how familiar anybody is with the band I have tonight. But is anybody hip? Is anybody hip to Fireball Ministry? Is anybody hip to Fireball Ministry? They're not a band anymore. That's the bummer part. I think they broke up in 2016, I want to say. 2015, 2016, maybe Fireball Ministry broke up. I do have a bunch of BMM stuff, man. I got some one of one BMM stuff. Never heard of Fireball Ministry. Corporate Jason. I'm disappointed. I'm a little bit disappointed. My favorite thing about this Fireball Ministry CD is I bought it at CD Trader, and the person who sold it did their favorite tracks, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9. Did you ever do that in your old CDs with Post-it notes? You put your favorite tracks, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 1, 3. That's how I used to remember all of my favorite songs off of any CD that I had. I rarely remembered song titles, but I would always remember, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Those are the songs I like. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Song titles? No. Numbers? Yes. Sepultura is calling it quits. Yes. I have a lot of strong opinions about Sepultura. BMM? Okay, maybe I don't know what BMM is. Maybe I don't know what BMM is. Maybe I was thinking of BMI. What is BMM? What is BMM? Listen, Sepultura calling it quits. I have a lot of opinions about Sepultura. It's this idea of when is a band not the band that they were anymore? Is Sepultura still Sepultura if there's one remaining member and all the other members of Sepultura have started another band called Cavalera where they play Sepultura songs? That's weird. I feel bad for Sepultura. Honestly, I feel bad for Sepultura because Max Cavalera left the band and they went, no, we're going to keep going. And they got a new vocalist. And then they kept going. And then Igor left the band and they're like, no, the two founding members have left the band. We're going to keep going. And then the two founding members started Cavalera where they just play Sepultura songs. And it's like the original, real, better Sepultura than the Sepultura that exists now as the band Sepultura. Fireball Ministry. Let's get back to Fireball Ministry. Let's get back to Fireball Ministry because this is your favorite band you just haven't heard yet. This is your favorite band that you haven't heard yet. Here's the story behind me discovering Fireball Ministry. Had no idea who this band was. Had never heard them before. And then one of my exes and I, we were both huge CKY fans. Huge CKY fans. In fact, the CKY hoodie that I wear, I got at this show. Her and I went to go see CKY in Reno at the new Oasis, which was out on Keystone. It was a shady venue, super shady venue, but it was CKY, and of course I'm going to go CKY. CKY is one of my favorite bands of all time. I still to this day love CKY. Fireball Ministry was the opener for CKY. And I had just never heard Fireball Ministry before. And I went in completely blind. And they came up on stage and killed it. Killed it. Absolutely destroyed me. Just melted my face into the ground. Couldn't believe what I was hearing. It was one of those like, where has Fireball Ministry been my whole life? And it's not anything, life-changing. It's not anything amazing. Shit, I wish I could play you. I wish I could play you like 5 seconds of my favorite Fireball Ministry song, but I just can't. But this album, The Second Great Awakening, band sounds like Christian Cinnamon Whiskey. Fireball Ministry. Fireball Ministry. Fireball Ministry. Fireball Ministry. Christian Cinnamon Whiskey. Christian Cinnamon Whiskey. Baby Metal did that to you? You went in blind seeing them in concert? Oh, yeah. Well, it's hard not to love Baby Metal. Baby Metal slaps hard. And I love that. It's one of my favorite things ever is seeing a band you've never heard of live and they melt your face and you go, well, I'm a fan now. I'm a lifelong fan of this band. And that night we went down to Reno. We were drinking Jaeger and Cokes for some reason. I don't know why. She was diabetic. She shouldn't have been drinking anyway, but I was a bad influence on her. And so we just started drinking and we were drinking Jaegers and Jaeger and Coke. What? Who drinks Who does that? Who drinks Jaeger and Coke? But we were drinking Jaeger and Cokes, and then Fireball Ministry came out, and it was like, for a second, I forgot that I was there to see CKY because Fireball Ministry was so good. How do I even describe Fireball Ministry? How do you even describe Fireball Ministry? Let's see what Wikipedia has to say about Fireball Ministry. Formed in Cincinnati, Ohio in the late 1990s, James and Emily Fireball Ministry relocated to New York City. Okay. After spending several years performing alongside prominent bands in the genre such as Danzig, Anthrax, Motorhead, and Slayer, without achieving significant album sales, the band refined their sound to broaden their audience. The tracks King and Flatline were featured in a surfing documentary. Additionally, the track King was selected by Bam Margera for the inclusion in his Viva La Bands compilation. The band collaborated with Margera's brother Jess when they toured Europe with CKY in 2004. That must have been when I saw them. The track The Broken was included in the wrestling video game WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 for the PlayStation 2. The band's imagery is heavily influenced by Christianity, reflected in their name Ministry, as well as such album titles as The Second Great Awakening, Their Rock Is Not Our Rock. It doesn't even describe the sound of the band. Studio albums, members, references. I wish I could play you some Fireball Ministry, but it's essentially melodic stoner metal is how I would describe it. Melodic stoner metal. Yeah, he does only on this album. Only on a few songs on this album. When I first heard the song King, which we're going to be adding probably those two songs. Probably King. Let's add this to the playlist. Add to a playlist. GTKGG, The Jams, and Flatline. Add to playlist. Whoops. GTKGG, The Jams. You want to hear King a little bit? That's all you get. That's all you get. Sorry, Twitch. Sorry, Twitch. I'll mute that on the YouTube replay. I'll mute that part. It's 4 on the floor stoner metal is what it is. It's great. Fireball Ministry, they released an album after this that, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a better album, but it's a badass album. Their 2005 album, Their Rock Is Not Our Rock. It Flies Again. I wish I had that right now. I would put that on this playlist. It Flies Again. Unbelievable song. Can't recommend Fireball Ministry enough. If you're into rock, heavy anything, stoner metal, they rule. This band rules. And it's only really on the first album that the singer has that like kind of Ozzy quality to his voice. On the second album, he gets a little bit more a little bit more brr, a little bit more gruff in the shh. You're into it, Dee Dee? Dee Dee, you're into Fireball Ministry? If I can get one person into Fireball Ministry, then that's it. Mission accomplished. What a great band. If you ever get this album, this person says tracks 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9, which 2, yep, 6, Flatline, yep. He's got good taste. He's got good taste. Fireball Ministry. They just came out of nowhere, and it was like love from the very first. It was like, do, and I just went, yeah. And then the guitars come in, and I'm like, I can't get enough of it. Fireball Ministry, Fireball Ministry, Fireball Ministry, Fireball Ministry. It does not, but does it DJ Muff? I would have to know what DJ Muff means to know if that's what it does. Yeah, Vape, absolutely. It's going to get rebuilt on Apple Music, of course, but I'll leave it open for Spotify for anybody who is using Spotify, To each their own. I don't care what people use anymore. I'm done. I'm over it. I'm over all of it. I look at myself in the mirror every day and I go, you have no principles, I get mad at myself for selling out constantly.
I bet this little peak guy would go so sick on that. I'm going to start using that. Doesn't quite match, but we're going with it, Joe Sturdy. We did it, Joe. Hell yeah. We're done.
We got whiskey and Fireball Ministry in our brains. What else do we need? Let me take a real quick look. Dude, we got new Reload Vapor stuff. We got new Joe Sturdy stuff. Marky Boy sent me a new RTA that we get to build on Tuesday. We had some mediocre peanut butter. We had some rage-inducing news. But damn it, we had a lot of fun too, you know? We had a damn hell-ass a lot of fun. You should do a couple of Ernst bands things I sent. The 2 people on the podcast. We have to listen to all of them eventually. Listen, tonight, we're just calling it good. We're going to do Ernst bands. Don't even trip. We will pick up Ernst bands absolutely next week. Absolutely next week. And I will be putting a link in the description to the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist, as well as the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Apple Music playlist. It's high quality stuff, I'm telling you. It's 139 songs now, 9 hours and 5 minutes of peak. You know, I'm sure maybe people skip Kiss. You know, I get it. Maybe some people are skipping around. Maybe they're like, corrosion conformity, skip that. But there's something for you on here. You know, there's something for you on here. Unless you're really into hip hop and rap, and then you just have Dr. Dre and Kendrick Lamar right now, and that's fine. But that's all that's. Vaconis is on here. GWAR is on here. December is on here. Caius is on here. Black Dahlia Murder's on here. Drag Me Under from Reno, Nevada is on here. Drag Me Under? That's my buddy Maurice. Maurice rules, and Drag Me Under rules. All right, we got to get back into Getting to Know GrimmGreen. We got to do this more. We got to add more songs to this playlist, because getting off on the music tangent when it's good music and not, you know, I don't know, Rip Trippers singing about balloons and things like this. I'm going to say, hang on, let me look at my, let me, hang on. We'll figure out the best time. I think we're going to do 8:30. I think we're going to do 8:30 a.m. next Thursday. 8:30 a.m. day shift stream. I think we're going to do an 8:30 a.m. day shift stream next week, because I'd really like to, I don't know, I want to connect with the UK people, and they need to know how bad the tobacco and vapes bill coming up is, because I don't know if anybody's really talking about it, but it is not good. Not really, very not good. So next week, tell all your friends, set an alarm. I know people are probably going to be at work and stuff like that. I totally get it. Whoever's here can be here. It's just the time slot. You know, I want the UK to have the opportunity to come to a live stream, because I'm going to be directly talking to things that happen, you know, about things that are going to happen in the UK. Yeah, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m. California time, West Coast time. Yeah, listen, if you have to call in sick for work, if you have to... I'm just kidding. It doesn't happen very often, but there are times where I do like to, you know, I don't know. It's not like, you know, I just want you guys to know, I don't think that I'm some huge deal and that all of these people are just clamoring to see me live. That's not what it is. I'm going to be talking about specifically UK stuff, and I want to give the opportunity for anybody who doesn't normally get to see a live to maybe be able to show up to a live and have some relevant information that's for them, for the UK, you know? So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'd like to do it, you know, at least, send out sticky notes to everyone. Send it out. Send them out. Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, if you can be at work and here, then whoever's up at 8:30 is a degenerate nerd. Yeah, that's what we are. Just a bunch of fucking degenerate nerds. Listen, you guys, thank you for a really great vlog. Seriously, super fun times. I always look forward to the vlog. I love planning the vlog. I like doing the vlog. It's vlog day. Brings me a lot of joy, brings me a lot of personal satisfaction, you know? Personal satisfaction. So, thank you guys. I love you. I appreciate you. We're doing day shift next week. You'll get at least 1,000 reminders before the vlog next week that it's going to be a UK vlog. And I'm going to try to make a post late tonight, early in the morning for the UK people, like on Twitter or YouTube or something like that, so they see it right away. It's always weird being in another time zone, and I totally get that, because when I go to Indonesia and I'm posting, everybody in the US is asleep. So I'll be posting all day long while I'm in Jakarta, and nothing happens. And then as soon as I wake up the next morning, everybody in America got to see my posts. And so then it's weird. It's weird being apart in time zones. It's weird. It's like I haven't got to see Bogan live since he moved, because the times just don't line up. I haven't got to see him live since he moved. And that kind of sucks. You know, we were on one live stream together, but I haven't got to see him. Anyway, drop the bait. You just woke up. You have a whole replay to just get pumped, because it's a good one. It's a good one. 404. Oh, thank you so much, man. I love you too. Thank you for being here and being with us. Coming up, vaping, quitting cigarettes. Dude, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. We are a smoke-free society. We are smoke-free people. We are nicotine enthusiasts. We are nicotine enthusiasts. Good night, everybody. Good night. Have a great night. I'm putting links in the description, timestamps everywhere this video is posted. This was the Mother Truckin' Vlog. Thank you. I appreciate you. Next week, UK time, 8:30 a.m., which, look, I'm not looking forward to vlogging at 8:30 in the morning. That means Wednesday I have to spend all day prepping the vlog instead of shooting video. It throws off my week too, but I feel like it's an important thing. And we haven't done one in a while, so I'd like to do one. Don't smoke cigarettes. Only vape your nicotine, or just don't smoke it. That's all. That's the only rule. Is don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke cigarettes. Thank you guys. Yeah. Be well, do crime, be excellent. What's the other one? Be excellent, don't be a dick, do crime, lie to cops. That's right. That's the last one. Love you guys. Peace out. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Subscribe to Rip Trippers on YouTube, and I'll see you guys. Good night. We're ending with Yak as we do. Yeah, go loiter too. Ooh, debt. Watch my debt. Go loiter somewhere. Go loiter. It's your right. I think it's in the Constitution. I'll have to double check. I'm not sure. It might be in the Bill of Rights. Loitering is your right as an American. You are allowed to loiter. You can stand. You can stand. Why is loitering a crime? Why is loitering a crime? Peace out, you guys. Good night. Oh, what? It's Yak. He believes he can fly. So that means I can believe in you for the rest of the week, and we can believe in each other. Okay, yeah. Voitering. Vape loitering. Just go stand somewhere. Okay, good night, everybody. Good night.
I believe I could fly. I believe I could touch the sky any time of year. Dun 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 dun. I believe I can fly.